Well, the technical difficulties start already. I made an error in starting, and we're gonna just give it another show here and see if I can't kick things off correctly. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Friday. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's been a long week, a busy week here in crypto, and I am on my own at the moment, and that's okay. I'm gonna glitch out here for a second because I'm swapping over my internet, so hang tight for a second and I am going to swap over, so be patient with me, be patient. In the meantime, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and yeah, hit all of that. Oh, good thing Trade Intuition's coming in the house. Here he is. I was just gonna say, good thing you're coming in. I don't know if you can hear me. I am I forgot I gotta change my Wi-Fi, so can you hold down the fort while I do that?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you. I'll be right back if it glitched out.
Yeah, so I was I was having problems with my camera today. I don't know why, but that's
There
one
it
thing
goes.
issues with.
Oh, am I back already?
Yeah, you're back.
Wow, that was almost painless. Joe, how are you, man? Welcome.
Doing good, doing good.
I'm glad to hear that. You've had a busy day today, huh?
Oh yeah, always busy, man. Always busy.
I know.
And then Monday is going to be pretty crazy because, of course, I have your show. Then right after that, I have my show. Then like an hour or two later, I have the show on Pipers. And then at nighttime, I think like 11 at night, I'm going to do another show on Piper Academy. So yeah.
Oh, really?
Pretty crazy, yeah.
What now? Are you like the what is it? What do they call it? The nightcap? Is that what you're jumping in on? The nightcap?
No, it's not the nightcap one. It's gonna be Markets After Dark.
Oh, Markets After That's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, with
all right,
Lunar Beaches.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'd like to say I'll tune in, Joe, but God willing, I'll be like, I'm making some Z's at that point. Like I say all the time, I don't know how you do it, brother. I really don't know how you do it.
It's crazy.
Let's see. 100 Air. Welcome, sir. I can't believe Fartcoin wasn't a choice. Hopefully you'll be able to join us a little later on, my friend. And for those who don't know what Mr. 100 Air is talking about, every Friday night show you how you can take 25 bucks DCA into crypto and take 15 of that 25, put it into Bitcoin, and then you guys vote for where the other 10 bucks goes. Here is the full list of what you can vote for on YouTube and X. I only get 4 options, so I kind of am rotating through, so you may not necessarily see them all, but Cardano, Dash, Gala, Link, Litecoin, and XLM. Now, I have this list, and I have this list everywhere. So it's on two places on YouTube. It's on X, it's on Facebook, and it's on Patreon. So I went and gathered up all the votes so far before we started this stream. Joe, you want to guess which one was in the lead? Want to take our
Link.
What was it?
Link.
Oh, did you see what I was writing down?
That's the best one, I'm telling you.
Listen, by one vote though.
Really?
By one vote, and I've got 2 others tied for second place. Want to take a stab at those?
XLM.
That's one of them.
And what were the options again?
Cardano, Dash, Gala, Link, Litecoin, or XLM.
Cardano.
No, believe it or not,
Really?
Cardano is in a distant 4th.
Really?
Yes. It was XLM, which you did get, and Litecoin, believe it or not. Litecoin, which you were talking about today on your stream there when I was tuning in. You were use that as an example of a dinosaur coin, which it kind of is a dinosaur coin.
Oh yeah.
You know, listen, everybody, we got a lot to talk about tonight, and I'm sure we'll probably touch on all of it. But the original thing that I set this stream up with was about them letting Ross Ulbricht out. So I'm going to share that screen and bring up his little Twitter post that he put up, and then we'll all do a cheers for Russ. Here it is. All right. Hang on 1 second, and I'm going to start that off. It's like about a minute and a half.
Last night, Donald Trump granted me a full pardon. I was doing life without parole, and I was locked up for more than 11 years. But he let me out. I'm a free man now. So let it be known that Donald Trump is a man of his word. Thank you so much, President Trump, for giving me this amazing blessing. I'm so grateful to have my life back, to have my future back, to have this
literally
second chance. This is such an important moment for me and for my whole family. It's an important moment for everybody who's been working for this for years. This is a victory, and it's your victory too. And this is an important moment for everybody, everywhere, who loves freedom and who cares about second chances. So it feels amazing to be free, to say the least. It's overwhelming, and for the next however long that we need, I'm going to be with my family so that we can reunite and be whole again and heal. But there's a lot to talk about, and I look forward to re-engaging with the free world. And so once I'm feeling up to it, we'll talk again.
All right. I mean, I don't know. No words, really. No words. This guy was facing a double life sentence plus 40 years. The hell is that?
Right.
For a website. For a website. All right. Joe, I don't know. You ready? We'll give him it's just you and me at this point. We'll give the man the cheers.
I'm ready.
All right. Cheers to you, Russ. Congratulations on your freedom.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That was just insane. Oh,
100
Air, you just missed the toast. Here, I'll do one more. I don't know if you're watching. I'll do one more with you.
By the time we're done, let's go.
I know, right? Cheers to Ross.
Cheers to Ross.
I mean, I can't even imagine. I mean, I don't blame him for not wanting to like engage with anything. I mean, I'm glad he put this out because he was probably getting hounded like crazy. But I mean, I get it. You want to be with your family. You don't want to be like,
oh, give it time. And he's going to have a huge following behind him. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yes. Oh, I agree. But it was, again, campaign promise kept, and I'm glad that that's the case. And a lot of campaign promises being kept. I mean, just like one after another, if you're asking me, and I'm okay with that. There's so much. I feel like Fridays are so difficult for me. This is the only time I can go live. So like, I wanted to talk about all this other stuff we've seen like in the last, maybe 36 hours. And it's just like, I couldn't do it. So I'm thinking it's going to end up being, some of it's going to end up being part of our show on Monday, Joe, if that's good with you.
Yeah.
And then I might even be doing some lives during the week, next week, to just try and get through it all. But so 100 Air, welcome. How's it going for you, my friend? Glad you
pretty good. How y'all? How did your week go?
Like this. But crazy busy. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy busy.
Yeah, we finally got snow in Alabama, so that was, which is not a big deal, obviously, for the people up north, but it was an anomaly that the further south you went, to a point, the snow actually got more intense, and usually the opposite. So like down at the coast, they had, like 8 inches or 7 inches or something like that. I forget what it, but say like here, maybe 3. So it was kind of funny watching all the stories of all the people at the beach, like what is this? So
I didn't come here for this.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw some posts from people in Florida, like 10 inches, and I forgot where the heck it was. I was like, holy crap, in Florida, really? Whoa. So, well, sorry you got snow.
Oh no, I like it. I mean, it's one of those things where you get it once, you're like, yeah, this is awesome. But after that, if you get any more, no.
Yeah,
I lived down here for a reason. So
exactly. I'm good with that. And I'm going to bet that you guys don't have the infrastructure to even deal with that.
No.
Because, I mean, why would you have it?
They don't have salt. They put sand. They'll put sand down, which is, I guess it's good because it doesn't corrode your cars, but it's not as effective as the salt. So,
right.
I don't know. I mean, it does help, but yeah, it took a few days for it to melt on some of the roads. So it's hilarious watching the people that's never been in it just freak out. It's,
I was just going to say that was some of the other clips and little videos I was watching. People's cars just kind of.
Yeah, and I lived in North Carolina, and had a little bit, not much more there, but and then I used to go to DC a lot, so I've been around it, but people are really frightened with it, and it's crazy, and it's the user brakes. You're not supposed to use your brakes. You should be foot on the gas all the time. Resting on the gas, and if you got to know how to pull out of it, and unfortunately, people in the South don't know how to pull out.
Well,
just like
yeah.
I've started trying to accumulate sound effects, so when we need them, I have them. I haven't uploaded them yet, so I'm working on
they can be cool.
I'm working on that for future. That's a future Keith problem, as I keep saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're safe. And now it has it warmed up and has it melted? I mean, I have no idea. Are you guys in that deep freeze?
Yeah, it's mostly melted. I think it got up in the 40s today, so there's still a little bit of trace around, but that's fine.
But it's pretty much gone.
It's good weather. I like it.
Nice, excellent. I want to throw this up. Hold on one second here. And I'm sure you guys have probably already seen this, but this is one of those items right here. You saw this right here, Cynthia Lummis basically being made the chair of the Digital Assets Committee. You guys see that?
Yeah.
I think that's a good choice, right? I mean,
Perfect. A lot better than Senator Warren.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. And Gary Gensler would be like with the sub chair or whatever. Oh my God. Oh crap. That would just, jeez. Sin in the house. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'll tell you, like I was mentioning earlier, 100, I don't know if you'll like listening in the background or whatever. We've had so much stuff going on, right? I mean, it's just been an absolutely crazy week for crypto. I love it. Can you just, earlier today, I took a second to just like stop and be like, holy cow, how bad would it be if she had won? We would not be seeing any of this if Harris.
There'd be a lot of giggling and a lot of story time and stuff like that. So.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. Wow. And did you guys see how they're trying to promote her as being of the people again? I don't know if she's planning on running again or whatever, God forbid. But following her around while she's shopping in a store using plastic bags, like that's the thing. Well, you are the ones who like banned the plastic straws. It's like, please. It's like, why is that a big deal? Oh, I'm just so glad he won at this point. I'm sorry. I know there might be, hell, even in the crypto space, and I don't know how that is, people who just are haters about him, but like, holy crap, look what he's done. Like, look what he's done.
It was funny. I saw a post where it says, one day after, one day of him being president, he solved global warming. And of course, you see all the snow in Florida and everything. Like, like one day, that's all it took. One day, and he solved the problem. Global warming.
Global warming? Check.
Yep.
I did that.
Nice.
I mean, oh my God. And well, he solved it for sure, because did you see his speech to everybody in Davos? Oh my goodness. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. Basically, he had the big stick and he used it to beat them to death with it on everything. America is where it's at. We are gonna drill, baby, drill. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. That's not exactly what he said, but I you know what I thought the best part of it was when they started taking questions, and he got a question from oh my God, what the hell's his name? The guy from Bank of America. The CEO of Bank of America, and he answered the question. He was good. He answered the question, and then he was like, you guys need to start taking conservatives back and doing letting conservatives have banking services and blah 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 blah, because I hear you're not doing that and blah blah blah. That was awesome, right in front of all of them. It's like right there, you know what I mean? Oh, that was
he is not holding back, like no filter. If he ever had one, it's gone.
Yeah, well, if he ever had one, no.
I mean, starting at the inauguration. I mean, he started.
Oh yeah,
raining
Biden
down
in the balls right there. Yeah,
it's funny because he's talking trash, and they're literally right behind him.
Right behind him,
like,
exactly.
This and this and blah blah. It's like, ooh, where's my popcorn? Ooh, I was like, oh my gosh.
I think the only thing it would have been more epic if he would have just turned to them every once in a while. But I mean, like, I was like, oh, look at this. This is a roast.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying when we were live. That's what we're saying. It's like, man, it's like a roast. Oh, well, that's what I said. I said he's roasting them right now, like crazy.
Yep. It was great. I'm sorry. I like this Trump 2.0.
And now he knows.
Don't filter it, man.
Because when he first was in, he didn't know. He's just a businessman, and now he's the president. It's like he wasn't like in any type of government, a government official. He just went straight to the presidency. So like he has to he had to rely on everybody else. Now, he's already been there.
He knows the game.
Yeah, he knows that people are trying to mess him over and everything. So now he's appointing this person, man, he was ready. He was ready. Yep. So yeah. And it's gonna be a different term, big time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, what are we 4 days in? Are we actually 4 days in? Yeah, 4 days in, right?
And I know it's like it seems like 2 weeks,
I know. It's like he's done more in 4 days than Biden did in 4 years. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Biden did any of that, but that's a whole nother issue. Let's not even get into oatmeal brains.
True.
But it's what it is. It's what it is. And I've got no issue with him being non-apologetic about it either. I really don't. It's like, you know what? This is what you were voted in for. This is why everybody got behind you. The RFKs and the Viveks and all this other stuff. Sorry, guys. But that it was to help push you across the finish line so you could come in and just like kick the door down. So kick it, kick it. And I know we talked about it a number of times, even here on Crypto on the Rocks, with like North Carolina and stuff like that. He's redirected funds now to North Carolina. I heard I think it's the Army Corps of Engineers or whatever. He's got them heading to North Carolina now. All this stuff that should have been done months ago when the actual hurricane hit, it's like now is at least getting done. Thank you very much. That's all Biden. If Biden had done that, you want to know what? I think there would have been, Trump would have come in with a handicap. He would have come in with some not splaining to do, but you know what I'm saying? Like he would have had to step it up at that point. But Biden just left him like, here you go. I ain't helping nobody.
Yeah, we're out of money because we gave it all to Ukraine. So
Yeah, or illegals.
And
we're about to
that
send
was
some
part
more.
of the roast. That was part of the roast where he's like, you know, we're not going to be giving out money. We're going to be taking care of the people who need to be taken care of. You know, we had, you know, the hurricane, we had the fire. You know,
Yes.
we have to take care of us first.
Oh, did you see what he said about the fires? Speaking of the fires,
What's that?
It was what the hell was it? Oh my god, I gotta go back and find it. I shared it. Vote you want help with the fires, you gotta institute voter ID.
There you go.
How nice.
There
I'm
you go.
all about that. Okay. Are you guys in states where you have to show voter ID? ID to vote, I mean.
They asked for my ID.
Okay. What
And
about you
I went,
under there? Are you?
No comprendo. ¿Qué? Like, ID, sir. No
Hey, you don't
comprendo.
want to do that too much now. You get ICE
Yeah.
knocking on your door.
Dude,
Honestly,
okay.
I don't even
Short time.
remember if they asked for it. I just show it. I mean, because I was an expected thing. So I mean, you have to register. There's all those steps. So it was just an expected thing. So I just show it. But yeah, they usually would check it. It just, and that's the thing is there a consistency among the poll places of, what they're supposed to do? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
So,
that's a good point.
Yeah. I can't believe that's not. See, that's what's weird is. So you would think if you're going to vote for something federal that's not state-based, your policy should be a federal policy.
I agree.
And then state-wise, maybe, which I don't. Then you'd have to have two types of voting. But you think that would be the most stringent thing is what you have to go to, and then like federal, like say this is a requirement. If or you could have the option of say, okay. If you don't show your ID, you're allowed to vote on the state level, if that state allows it. So I mean, like, I don't see why they couldn't invoke that, make it a federal policy for federal voting.
Yep, you vote in a federal election, show an ID. Yep, I agree. I was okay again from New England, and originally Massachusetts. So, Massachusetts doesn't have one. I remember the first time voting, I'm not going to do the math of how many years ago that was. But anyway, I remember the first time voting, I did like you. I pulled out the ID. I went to hand it to her and she's like, yeah, we don't need that here. I'm like, okay. It made no sense to me, but whatever. You're going to let me vote. Okay. I'm going to go vote, and so, yeah, it was a bit of a shock. I mean, again, you need an ID for anything. Go, buy alcohol. You need an ID. You go to open up a bank account. You need an ID. Everything, ID. But, to put somebody in the position of the most powerful person on the planet, no ID necessary. It's good.
That's ridiculous. I mean, to even be talking about this, like, to me, it's just ridiculous. Like, you need an ID to vote for the president. And here we are talking about it's like, yeah, so it's like, in order to live, you need to breathe. Plain and simple. Like, to me, it makes no sense that you have to, that there's even a discussion. Like, you need an ID to vote, like, period. Like, you could be, an illegal or whatever. It just doesn't make, it's crazy.
Yeah. You're right. 1,000%, man. 1,000%. Like I said, I don't know if I moved to a state that required it. I don't know. I'd be like, oh, it's the big one on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the big one. Anyway, I do want to, because again, kind of historic thing. Let me stop. Cue it up here and then bring it up, because the executive order, I can't even talk, order to do the whole setting up the
this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
History made right there.
All right, David, that's for you. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, this is the
Beautiful.
Just I mean, huge things, and again, not just the working group and all that other kind of stuff, but a ban on CBDCs. No work to be done on CBDCs. I think that right there is huge. Now, again, I've mentioned it all week long. I'm not a fan about doing this shit by executive order because, again, next president comes in and wipes it all away, you know, just like Trump did with all Biden shit. Wiped it all away. But at least I'm hoping that that sets the table for good framework legislation and laws that you know he'll sign, you know, and then that's it. Now repealing the law becomes a lot more difficult than the executive order. But I think this is a huge deal for the United States. I mean, guys, throw in your 2 cents.
I was gonna say, are you familiar with David Sachs? Do you know much about him?
Not really.
Okay, so I don't know a ton about him, but I had been watching the All In podcast for roughly the last year. They do one episode a month, or I'm sorry, one episode a week. It used to drop like Friday night. It's kind of random lately when it's dropping, but it was basically 4 guys. He was one of them. They're all very well-to-do people, CEOs or of either single or multiple companies or advisors on multiple companies. But what's funny is he was pretty much the more far right person of them all. But in my opinion, not overly. So but I never really heard him talk much about crypto. So I was kind of surprised that he was kind of put in that position. I know he has ties to Elon Musk. Well, I'm not sure who all, but I know he's always been involved with startups. And of course, AI was kind of a big topic they've had for the last year when they had that podcast. Now he's not part of the podcast right now because obviously he's got a job. He's trying to focus on, but yeah, like, which I know Joe probably didn't have any time, but any spare time, but like, dude, kind of go check those All In podcasts every once in a while and kind of see some of the topics they discuss and go watch some of the old ones. They're pretty level headed and they think about things that we don't actually get to see when it comes to what's behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, like I was not expecting him to get tapped for that position. That's really cool, but it's also cool. It's dual. It's AI and crypto, so they at least are kind of putting them in the same batch when it comes to technology. Instead, because it would have been easy to say like AI priority 1.
Yeah,
but they haven't really said that. It's like they're kind of giving them both the shot, and I think that's pretty cool. So,
yep, I agree, and yeah, the fact that they've got them grouped together, at least for now, anyway, I think is a smart idea. Joe, what do you think? You want to throw anything else in there with that? By all means.
I'm going to say yes. I agree, and also it's funny that 100 Air says that as far as spare time. Joe doesn't have it, and it's funny because like right now, on every time we do the show, I'm always like, I have several monitors and I'm monitoring news. I'm monitoring my feeds. I'm monitoring, like, for example, we saw the Trump token last week. Can't believe it's already been a week, but
I know,
I'm constantly like monitoring. So even though I'm here, like I'm still doing work. Like I'm always like, I literally do like several things at once. And it's funny whenever I'm like editing a video, it literally takes me like 4, maybe 5 times longer than it should because I'm editing. I gotta listen to it, and then I'm also playing like somebody's live stream, so I'm listening to them too, and then I'll comment on them. I'll do this, and I'll get a DM. So I pause this, I mute that, and then I do my voice thing, and I come back, and then, but like I'm always like, it's very rare that I'm only doing one thing. Very rare. But
I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, you do. And hey, whatever. You got to do what you got to do. And you're right.
Yeah.
You have no spare time. Like I said, I don't know when the hell you sleep, man.
and it's funny too. It's funny too because I was having some electrical issues yesterday, and so like I wasn't on the computer as much as I am, and I was, away from the computer. Then I get on. And then I'm on my phone, doing everything on my phone and doing messages on my phone to my group. And like it just felt weird because I'm normally have all these screens and all these feeds and everything. But today we got it fixed. So I'm back on track.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, the power thing is fixed. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Chuck Danger is in the house. I'm sorry, brother. We started without you there, bud. But you know what? Here, we'll salute because you're now here. So there we go. Hello. Go ahead. Appreciate you being here, sir.
Yes, indeed.
So, with the signing of that order that we just watched, there's been a lot of people running around with their hair on fire about that. Oh, Sin says salute. Thank you. All right, we'll give you another one. There we go. Yeah, let's bring it up on the screen. There it is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Hello.
And mostly Bitcoin maxis running around with their hair on fire. That we're supposed to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve, not a crypto strategic reserve. And not just that. I mean, I've noticed that, and honestly, I think it's something I'm going to bring up on Monday when we get together, Joe, but I'm literally thinking I might do an entire live stream just about, stop, just freaking stop. I actually replied, I'm going to bring this up because he just put this out here. It's kind of funny. Joel Valenzuela, you guys know him, the guy from Dash, living on crypto for, wait, I just got the wrong clip here. Hang on one second. Here it is. Living on crypto solely for like the last decade, etc. And I actually replied to one of his tweets because he was replying to one about Monero. It's like it's just insane to me. It's like, okay, you got these people saying Bitcoin only and it's XRP only and Monero only. It's like, just shut the frig up. We are a crypto voting block.
Right.
We are not a Bitcoin voting block or an XRP voting block or whatever. We've got literally the attention of like one of the most powerful capitalized engines of government in the world, and you want to squander that attention by pissing in the pot. No, work together.
Yeah.
It's
well,
go ahead.
They will never. The hardcore maxis will never accept the altcoins. So that's just that. Now, I will defend them slightly. I will say, I think the resolution to that would be have two different pots. You have your Bitcoin and then you have your altcoins. All right. And the reason why, because currently, for the most part, Bitcoin isn't really, it's probably going to piss some people off when I say this, but it's not functional as a cryptocurrency. It's at the moment, it's more or less a store of value. And that's great. Like I keep wanting to defending them saying, oh no, they can stack on top of it. But honestly, it is a great store of value versus all the other alts. I'm not saying versus gold, versus all the alts. To me, what I would say was if you're going to have that second batch that you're going to group, have them on what you would pretty much call a functional type or productive type crypto assets or cryptocurrencies that actually have a purpose like that. And most of them do have unique purposes. So high volume L1s, RWAs, like I would not be putting, unless if Dogecoin becomes a payment thing, I wouldn't be putting any other meme coins in it. I would be putting, functional cryptocurrencies, and I would not go wild. I would probably go top 25 or something. It just really depends on what it is. But yeah, because you do, your risk goes up. And I also understand the Bitcoin guys, they don't want bad news to ruin the name of Bitcoin. So I could understand why they want to, I hate to say this word, segregate them from the other tokens and coins. So I see both sides. I definitely see both sides. But I do, if you have one that's got a completely different function from the others, sure, separate them. Until the other ones become long-standing. Ethereum's really one of the longest-standing ones for the most part. Am I right on that when it comes to how long they've been around? Is Ethereum pretty much the next in line? Or were there a few other, like maybe Dash or something that was out before Ethereum?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't.
Well,
I'm going to guess Ethereum, but I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I can't remember. Ethereum, I think Ethereum beat out Dash by a couple of years or something, but because Dash was 2014, wasn't Ethereum something like 2012, 2013? I feel like so either way, that they're close. But the I don't know. See, I'm all about Bitcoin should lead the way. Hence the reason here when we do the DCA, I'm still stacking sats. I'm taking the lion's share of it, 15 of the 25, and putting it into Bitcoin. But like these other altcoins have value. They have a place. Now, like you said, I wouldn't be throwing, Dogecoin and Trump coin and all that other shit in there.
Yeah.
Frig. I'm going to put it right out here and I'll probably piss people off, but I don't care. I wouldn't even be putting Solana in there. Sorry, Solana sucks. I mean, come on now. I even see the argument for not putting something like XRP or XLM in there. I see that argument because, more centralized. HBAR, same thing. I see the argument for those ISO, not putting the ISO coins in there. I also see the argument for putting them in there, but I'd be hesitating on that. But anyway, my point is, yes, a small basket of cryptos, the ones that, like you said, battle tested, that are, they're not freaking shutting down every other fucking block. Those would be what I would say. Yeah, sure, I got no issue with that being in the reserve. Joe, you don't have to chime in, but do you want to chime in on any of that?
I'm going to say I kind of agree, but for me, I do like Solana. However, the only reason I like it is because I'm making money from it. That's the only reason I'm liking it. Now, of course, I am aware of all of the stuff that's been unveiled or revealed, where Solana was kind of like fibbing their numbers, and so that wasn't a good light on them. And then how their network goes down, and there's times where, like, I'm trying to make money with Solana coins, meme coins, or AI agents or whatever, and I'm trying to transfer it from my exchange, and I got to wait like an hour because for my email to come through, it's like, okay, now it's available. The network's not congested. It's like, okay. And then I get it again, like a couple days later, I try to do it again, and same thing. And then finally, I think it was yesterday, I tried doing it, and it went through right away. No congestion. It's like, all right.
Yep.
So, I mean,
yep.
But I do like it just because I make money from it.
I get it. Hey, listen, I'm not opposed to the making money thing. I mean, but look when Melania came out, what happened? It showed that Solana couldn't handle the moves because people were trying to take it out of Trump, put it in Melania, do this, do that, get this, and it just it melted down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was just proof.
From what I understand on that, though, it had to do the type of launch they did. So there's going to be ways to wreck a chain, and a lot of it's going to be poor execution. So you can't necessarily always blame the chain for bad launch, bad execution. If like just about anything, there's going to be a way to congest it. So, of course, Charles Hoskinson was saying, well, Cardano has this and this, and it wouldn't be an issue. Well, the problem is Cardano never had any kind of volume to test it. So until they do, you don't know if you can break it. At least, name another chain that has had so much thrown at it that it didn't have issues. So Ethereum, they've had launches with certain NFTs. They've had certain NFTs or certain projects that dropped, and okay, maybe they could handle the throughput, but the gas fees were in the thousands. Like I forgot what it was. Bored Ape Yacht Club did something. I forgot what it was they dropped. It was their metaverse. It had something to do with their metaverse thing. And I think for some people to get in on that transaction, I think we were seeing over $1,000 for the transaction, or it was in the thousands. I'm like, I would die. I would rather have a failed transaction than get an unlimited or unthrottled transaction fee like that. Like that, I would. Oh, that would suck. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to sit there and defend Solana completely, but they have had the most, I think, stress when it comes. And it seems like the more projects come with the big stress, it's gotten a little bit better. I think the biggest problem I would be concerned about on Solana would be its centralization. And that's another thing too. If you're going to lump some of these projects into that reserve or whatever they're calling it, I would have certain criteria that needs to be met. One of them would be decentralization. A couple other things that say, okay, these must meet these issues, or they will not be included in. Of course, they should not be what they should be, but you want to make sure that they're still going to be around, that they can't be attacked. So that's going to be
exactly, and taken over and so on and so forth. Yes, I agree. 1,000%. And Chuck Danger is saying I'm a little backed up on comments here, but Ross is free. Yes, we in the beginning I showed the video where he put out. So go ahead back to the beginning of the stream, and we did our cheers. But you know what? He's free, so I'm going to do another one right now. If anybody wants to join me, there we go. Cheers for Ross.
Cheers.
Glad you're free.
Cheers. I like his altcoin lives matter.
I know that was my next one. Yeah, altcoin lives matter. Yeah, amen, brother. Listen again. Bitcoin is crypto. Crypto is not just Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And this whole smattering of toxicity that, again, not just the maxis are putting out in the space, but I'll tell you what, they are on fire putting it out in the space. It's just insane. Just to bring, I'm just going to bring this back up real quick to kind of prove my point. Hold on, Chuck, I'm going to take you off the screen there. This was in response to this right here. America voted for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We did not vote for a crypto reserve. Dude. Just that's when you want to just come up to somebody and go, or throat punch, motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. Be happy. I'm sorry. People are gonna be pissed at me.
But it's not gonna end.
No, I know. I said I wish it would. I hope it will, but you're probably right. Dogecoin will never be a mainstream, because this back to when 100A was talking about Doge, a payment method, or Joe was, one of you. The infinite supply disqualifies it. Caspa may, and maybe Solana are my guess for P2P payments that could handle the throughput. I don't know. I see why Doge couldn't be used for a payment method. I get the whole infinite supply thing, but at this point, it's like anything else. They could institute a burn. They could do a lot of different things to make it a payment method.
I think, honestly, as long as we have a as long as the U.S. dollar is going to be the reserve currency, I don't see stable coins just needs to be it. Now, if that changes, or for certain other, it's the Dogecoin could be used as a service. I would not use it on the government level, but maybe say like for some.
Oh yeah, I'm talking like exactly. Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
Caspa, here I will say something about Caspa and Solana. So
Yeah, go ahead.
Solana's
Yeah,
obviously
bring it
been
back up.
tested. So I like them because of that, and I was very happy that I got in on that dip, on the 2022 dip. Caspa, now I think Caspa can do well, but the problem is they haven't been tested, and I don't know what the problem is, but they need to get some projects on there to really start using it. And the biggest thing that's come out as far as I know is the NFTs that they started doing, but they hadn't caught a huge traction yet. Supposedly there's other countries that are some places in certain countries that are actually using Caspa for transactions and for purchases.
Oh,
and stuff.
I didn't hear that.
I want it to. I really want them to succeed. They need people to build on them, and I don't know what it's going to take. So they need to really get on their marketing. But yeah, I really want Caspa to be that next. I won't say Ethereum, but the next L1 that's going to be used for stuff like payments.
Yep, I'm with you. And then so Solana couldn't handle the throughput. No, I mean they had issues. He's referring to when I said about Melania. There was issues, and again, 100 Air said it was also to do with the way it was launched. Okay. I don't know. To me, if you're the base chain, sorry, you need to have more. I don't know. You need to be able to handle no matter what the token does. Let the token.
Yeah, well, they're going to Solana for a reason. So all I can say is pick the chain that you think is going to succeed.
Well, they're going to Solana. I think that's a bad choice. That's my opinion. And if I were advising them, I wouldn't be telling them to use Solana.
It may be a lower barrier to entry. It may be to where it's easy to launch. I mean, it could be the thing. And that's what these other chains need to do. If their tech is so good, they need to get on their marketing. They need to get on their interface. So like that pump.fun or whatever it is what they're attracted to, because it's an easy way to go in. So you need that UI and all to make so people are going to want to use it. And man, I don't care what anybody says. I think Phantom's the best wallet out right now. Like adoption, usability, web interface, all that stuff. Now, I'm not saying that there couldn't be a better one, but when it comes to use case, I mean, it is done pretty well. If there was the major drawbacks would be the chain itself. If Phantom actually had issues, it wasn't necessarily Phantom, it was Solana. But it's one of those things. If you're the one that's getting all the transactions, I mean, that's the weakest link is what's going to break down.
Amen. Chuck's also saying, Chuck's on fire. He's there, ran by an alien. Yeah, I know. Vitalik does look a little bit like an alien, and this point that he's the second part of his point, too centralized now, and yes, since they've gone from proof of work to proof of stake, I agree. Those validator nodes, there's just not enough of them. When you can censor transactions to comply with government requests, you shouldn't be considered a blockchain. Sorry, just shouldn't. Jesse in the house. Welcome, Jesse. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to bed. Okay.
Come here to show support.
That's all right. I appreciate the support.
Peace out. It's really late over there.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you even showing up. Thanks, Jesse. He's awesome. And I'll tell you what, he's every time I tune in on I've been hitting help me, BC Port Corp early in the morning, he's there. And then Piper Academy, he's there. You go to your show, he's there. You go to the guy is there all day long. He knows when to sleep, Joe. You Need to take lessons from him and learn
I
when
do.
to
I do.
sleep right there. There you go. There you go.
If I was like Joe, I would be streaming like head on the pillow, mic up to my face, like okay, and just clock out and have like a pressure sensor. As soon as my head hit it, then it just kills the stream. You know, like that's where I would be in Joe's position.
What I want to do, I don't know if I'll ever do it. Set up a camera to where it shows the office, and then that way you can see all this stuff here, and then I can flip the switch and you can see one of my monitors, and just almost 24/7, like me doing my work. And that way, I think it'd be pretty interesting. I mean, I've done that a few times for my community. Not so much the office, but just like when I'm looking at all the research I do, where I'm, all the sites. So I think, to me, I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd be boring to most, but to those that like want to learn and want to like go behind the scenes.
Yes, behind the scenes, exactly. No, I think that might be pretty good, especially for your group. I mean, I would think they love that.
Yeah, most people though, like like everybody, just show me how to make money. Like just give me the coin and let me make money. Like I don't want to know how you find it. Just make me money. That's how most.
There you go. As much as a BTC reserve would help stabilize price, it goes against the principles of crypto, allowing a central controlled entity to have stake in it long term. It'll defeat the purpose of decentralization. I get your point. I mean, anybody can hold it. What they do with it, yes. If they start running nodes, if they start mining per se, perhaps, then I might be a little bit more concerned, because that's my whole concern with regard to these ETFs. I mean, you know, and now I shared it on X earlier today, humongous volume coming into like the help me with the Larry Fink's ETF there. Having a brain cramp. BlackRock, that's it. BlackRock ETF. So those are the kind of things that kind of concern me about that. I love it, Sen. Yes. Yes. Vitalik is coming in peace. Yes, exactly. And Bellminer chiming in. Bellminer, welcome, man. Yeah, no more than MicroStrategy. Exactly. Good point. I wasn't even thinking about them, Bellminer. Thank you. Hashtag someone debate me.
Like, I know my stuff. Come on, step onto the plate.
That's it. MicroStrategy, the road, hell is, yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah. See, everybody agree. That's great. Let's see. Governments will turn it into gold. It'll be worth millions. You will have none. Governments will have it all, because they use debt to make debt to buy BTC, and we cannot. Well, they haven't done that yet, but if they do, oh yeah, it's going to be like a nuclear arms race, but with BTC. And you're right. If that happens, think about it. Sub $100,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, that'd be over.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be over. What's Bellminer saying? That's why I'm getting my bag now. Yeah, exactly. They can pump my bags. Amen. Amen. It makes sense. Keep stacking, man. Just keep stacking.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to be, they want to so much fall in line with the motive for Bitcoin and what the original purpose for Bitcoin was going to be. But then they realize, well, soon, maybe it does go in the government's, the government starts taking control of it. Then your next step is like, okay, how can I make sure that me and my family, you start to go to self-actualization part of like, how can I make, even though I don't agree with what's going on, how can I protect myself and like let them pump my bags, sell out, take care of my family for a couple generations. But that's going completely away from what the original plan was. But sometimes you can't ignore it. You keep holding on, you may lose it all. So like, and I see a lot of the situation, and that's another reason I will never be 100% Bitcoin, because it could, if it fails and you're 100% in, you're in a bad spot.
Well, exactly. That's why when these maxis are arguing about that, it's like, man. So I guess it's like hip to put all your eggs in one basket now. I mean, is that what it's all about? What happens to diversification? I don't know. Badell in the house, welcome. Hopefully you'll be able to join us soon. I know you probably just got home from work, no rush, man, whenever. And to answer your question, he's asking where's Shuby. Remember, Shuby was on the road this week, so he said he probably wasn't going to be able to join. So I'm not expecting Shuby tonight.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Badell needs to come on so I can put him to sleep again.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys see the 2 clips I did? I did one with each of you. Joe was talking on the first one, and then you did. I put your whole thing about the 18-year cycle on the second one. It was awesome.
I saw how I was struggling, because you know how it is. If you don't know something, like mentally, I slow down. Like I try to remember what it was, and it's one of those things to where I don't understand it completely yet, so it's hard for me to speak to it, and I don't want to tell the wrong story. So you could see my mental struggle during the video, to where I was trying to download via 56K modem through my head what I had learned and try to get it out of my mouth. So like, I do apologize for that part. Like anybody that does go and watch it, go ahead and bump it up to 1.5x or 2x or something like that. But
yeah, it'll go a little quicker for you. But you want to know what? I thought it was more authentic in that regard, because you could see you were trying to pull forth the right information and so on and so forth. And that's why I chose to put that out as a clip. I'm like, this is like, for people who don't come to this show and tune in on a Friday, and again, I get it. It's like we're all over the place on this show. It's no consistency to what the hell we're talking about, beyond maybe the big parameter of crypto. It's like, would you expect to hear about that? Like when Melissa tuned in during the stream and she was like, "Oh, lunar charts and star charts and this and that. All right, I'm in." It's like, it was like, you hooked her with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, it's one of those things though, where when you find something, it's like the first time you found crypto, it's like, oh, I want to tell somebody. Then you go to explain, and like, well, it does this, and they're like looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about?
What does he just talking about right there?
You really need to get a good grip to be fluent, especially when you get ready to orange pill. Like if you get ready to orange pill someone, to me, you should not attempt it until you got all the questions that they may have figured out, so you have a response. And that's kind of like the level I was talking to you guys on the stream about like what I found and what I'm learning, and that I still got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a casual thing. So, but I do believe you have a responsibility, just like Joe does. He had to figure stuff out before he started doing his things, because he didn't want to give out bad advice. Right. Like you don't say, and it takes time to learn things like saying you should versus in my opinion, or things like that. Like you got to get that stuff lined up mentally. But us just talking off the cuff is a different story.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, man, I need to speed. Like I even know what's coming. I need to speed this up. This is awful. But the good part, though, and I'm not sure if it's accurate either.
Well, again, that wasn't what this was. This is casual. This is casual.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to step on you. What were you about to say?
Good. The good thing is, like, if you do that over and over and over again, then it just gets easier and easier. Yeah. And it's funny too, because like I have a lot of people that give me that feedback. They're like, man, Joe, like when you talk, it's like you don't even think, it just all comes out. And that's because I've said it hundreds of times already. So now I already know what I'm going to say before I say it. I already know where I'm going to do this, and it's going to lead to this, which is going to lead to this. And I'll just go down my thing. But yeah, just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Make videos about it. Tell people about it. The more you do it, the more questions that you have, then you'll be able to answer those questions before they even ask. And CCM knows that. Like there's a lot of times where I'm explaining something and I'll say something else, and CCM's like, Joe, I was just going to ask you, because I've gotten those questions thrown at me like, I don't want to say hundreds of times, but pretty darn close. So I already know the question that's going to come up before it comes up. So yeah.
Yep. Chuck Danger saying, I'll find the video. Sailor explaining how he leverages BTC today for cash tomorrow, huge margins, and then converts the profit into, you guessed it, more BTC. Yeah. I mean, his strategy works. Or at least so far, his strategy works. It's just, it's changed Bitcoin from when you read the original white paper of peer-to-peer cash to store of value. That's what this new mindset of BTC has done, in my humble opinion. What the hell? What the hell? Bedell saying, I didn't work late, had to do some shopping and prep for tomorrow. Yeah, hey brother, no problem. You got to do what you got to do. I understand, no worries. And I love it. 100 Air, it's not your fault. I was tired hours before. That's funny. Did you see though? I zoomed right in. He waved on on that clip.
Yeah. Oh no, I love the edit on it. The edit was great.
I thought that was perfect. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see what else we got. If the girlfriend would stop when I'm guessing that's whining. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I should probably not put that up there yet, in case she's watching in the background.
She's winning.
Oh, winning. Oh, I see. I see, because I missed the whoops. Hold on, I hit the wrong thing right here on the slot. So she's on. Oh, okay. Well, I hope she keeps winning. Then let her keep winning. Let her keep winning. And hey, you join when you can, brother. You join when you can. And Automatic Beats is in the house. And look, tonight it's linked to the moon. Well, when we first started, I asked Joe. I made him kind of figure out, because I went and tabbed all the votes everywhere else except on this stream, and Link was in a 1 vote lead so far at that point. So there you go. I'm guessing Automatic Beats was in for Link tonight on the voting. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
AMB to the moon.
Yes. His strategy works as long as BTC only goes up, which, due to scarcity, we all know it will. Yeah, I mean, again, it'll, especially now, it'll still kind of fluctuate. But you're right. Ultimately, it's on an upward trajectory over the long term. Andrea in the house, welcome. Rune getting wrecked, XRP going up against BTC, Trump buying Sol, crazy times. Yes, Rune is getting wrecked with the, I was reading about it. I'm sorry. Obviously too many beers in at this point already. To recall that memory gram right there. XRP going up against BTC. Yep, and I love it. Trump buying Sol. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Yeah, what is World Liberty Financial? They're buying a bunch of things. He bought some, was a wrap BTC, Sol, and something else.
It's like 6 different things. I think I forgot what it was. Yeah, the Rune thing. I think I know what you're talking about. They basically were doing some type of loan.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes,
some kind of loan. I don't even remember. I just kind of read it in a X post. But anyway, I'm hoping it's going to be like Solana, to where they can recover for the most part.
I think
because the tech is there. Like, the tech is there, and it's one of those things where it just couldn't be. Like, it'd be a shame if that tech went to waste. I actually want to go buy it because I believe in the Rune ecosystem.
Oh, I agree.
I couldn't get money on crypto.com for some reason today. I don't like the app. I've had this issue before. The app just gives me an error. I'll try it again later. Usually after a day, that's the biggest thing with crypto.com. It's not like Coinbase, where they have issues where people can't even, like, they get locked out of their accounts and can't get back in. So, but yeah, I do want to buy that dip. Even, it's a risk, but Solana was a risk at $10.
No,
Man,
long
upside.
term, yeah, no, long term, Rune and Thorchain, that's solid. Like you said, the tech is there. We were talking earlier about being battle tested. As far as I'm concerned, they've been battle tested. They have put so much volume through Thorchain. It's crazy. So I think that
Yeah, well, and that's a perfect example. You let the wrong thing build on top of your chain, then I mean, it doesn't matter how well your chain is; it can ruin it. And I think what they were saying, that they should have had it on the app level versus the chain level. I may be wrong about it. I don't want to misquote. But
yeah, no, I agree. It's something along those lines. And yes, they halted. Yes, exactly what the 100A was saying. They halted the loans, and I think they're going to fix whatever that issue is. And again, the more that it happens, the more testing, the more people, et cetera, and there's so much good stuff on Thorchain, my humble opinion. I do use them periodically. I use Asgard decks to interface with them, and it's great. It's great. I love Thorchain, but so far by the dip. That's the way I see it.
It sounds like what their recovery plan, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but it sounds like what the recovery plan is they're going to tokenize their debt. So they're in the hole of what they had to. When it comes to their reserve or whatever. So they're going to tokenize that. I think it was Bitfinex. Like I said, I'm probably going to get this one of the bits. But one of the Bitfinex, they kind of were in a situation like that where they had all this debt and basically they tokenized the debt, made it a promise to the people that they owed the money to. And I think Simon Dixon actually kind of led this issue, helped them, gave them the idea. And then when they actually were able to pay back the people who bought the debt, with that tokenized debt, they ended up making out very well. So it's like I can't really explain how it goes, but I know Simon Dixon covered it, and he was going to do something similar to. I think he kind of suggested that for the Celsius issue. To do the same thing, and then they rejected that, even though it was already a proven plan that had worked in the past for another. It was an exchange, I think. Bitfinex was an exchange, and it may not be Bitfinex. It may be. I want to say it was the one. Who was it? I forgot who. Arthur Hayes, maybe. I don't know. I may be wrong about that because I know I don't know if that's the same company, but yeah. Anyway, that it sounds like they have a plan, and that's the biggest thing. Have a plan.
Well, exactly.
Celsius did not have a plan at all.
Well, amen. So, amen.
At least they're trying to get ahead of it.
There were other issues with Celsius as well. So, yeah. But yes, and I, like I said, we'll see. Eric Voorhees, she just said, was who you're trying to remember right there. Eric Voorhees. And Andrea's saying, I actually sold half, but I got it under $1. You're with me, kid. I got it under $1, and I'm still holding. I'm gonna hold. I don't plan on selling it until it really makes me what I want it to make me. Anyway, gonna wait it out. They need some time, and I can put the capital in other places. Yeah, amen, Andrea. Yeah, there's other places to make money. All right, Joe, give us one of those places. Go ahead. We're listening, Joe.
Story time.
Story time.
Story time. Oh, okay, I got you.
Well,
somewhere. There it is.
Oh, story time. All right, what do you want to know? What do you know?
I don't know. We're gonna give somebody out here who's watching a gem. Maybe you got a gem for us.
Oh man, I've been watching the market all day long. It's just coming down. It's coming down like all these coins that I'm looking at. Right now, I mean, and even on my show today, I don't think I gave out one call. It was all wait for this to happen, wait for this to happen, and that's sometimes what you got to do. But let me see. Let me do a real brief Bitcoin really quick. And let's see, share screen, window.
Andrea, yes, we can talk about that in a minute. We'll let Trade Intuition do his thing, and then we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is Bitcoin. I pretty much cleared up my chart because it was like really, really messy. And this is only 1 hour time frame.
I was thinking Mexican spaghetti.
There you go, Mexican spaghetti.
Hey, Joe, just want to say something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. So here, this is our selling pressure, the red zone, then the orange zone. This is, once we cross this is from the from this wick. So previous all-time high to current all-time high. So it's creating this zone. Once it breaks above this, we really want to stay above it. If we do come down, we don't want to break below this red zone, which is 106.187. Now, on Bitcoin, we were doing a high, then a lower high, then a lower high, not looking good. What we don't want to do is we don't want to break this low. And do I have this on the daily? No. 1 hour? Yeah, I have it on the 1 hour. So we don't want to break this low. And right now, we broke this high, which is good, showing momentum. I do think that the price was right here, and it was green too when we were looking at this. The price was green, and we're right here. And I said, man, I think it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down to at least here. So far, it has come down. Do I know that it will definitely come down? No. A higher probability that it might. And this is what I'm thinking. It might come down to around this level, which would still be a higher low, and then come up. And here's my decision point. And the reason it's decision point is because if you look at my crosshairs, you can see that all these candles stopped right here. So here, we're going to say, are we going to make a lower high, which would then make a head and shoulders? If this does happen, it's ugly, but all the pattern traders will see that. And then possibly, coming down. Or are we going to make a higher high and come up here, breaking above this and this to retrace here? So this is our decision point after this happens. Now, I do want to point out one thing. On my channel, about 2 days ago, somebody had messaged, did a reply, and they're like, oh, because I always talk about a certain somebody on YouTube who literally steps on people's back to elevate himself. Always does it, and he has an echo chamber, and it's just horrible what he's doing for the space. However, he's very charismatic, in shape, dresses very nicely, and so he's a very nice people person. As far as really trying to help people, I don't know. But anyway, so my comments from the person commenting on my live stream, he was saying a bunch of just bad stuff and negative stuff, and basically I don't know what I'm doing, and why don't you tell your group to go short like right now? Like, I don't need to tell them to go short. I'm telling you what I think might happen, but I'm not going to babysit this. I'm not going to trade this just for a few hours when I'm doing research so I can look at bigger plays. I'm not gonna babysit this and have alerts and time to get out, time to get in, and move your stop loss. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, and it's not worth doing a short in a bull run. Will we have pullbacks? Yes, 100%. We had it here. Of course. If you want to do shorts, what I do is I show you how to trade, so you can now have all these levels of experience right at your fingertips. They're like, oh, it broke this level, it broke this, it's coming up here, more than likely it's going to come down. And normally, like, this stuff plays out. It does it all the time? Nope. There are times where I say it's going to come down and it goes straight up. Well, then I was doing plan B, But so that's pretty much what I want to show on that. So now, I still think it's going to come down. So.
And I know not to get into too much TA here, but I think that would be healthy. I mean, or at least me, the novice guy who's looking maybe buy a dip here or there as I'm DCAing, that would be healthy for the market.
What we don't want is the bigger picture we don't want to break this level, because you have a swing high, which is basically this zone. If it breaks above the zone, great. Then we have this zone down here that you don't want to break. So anything that happens in here, we're still bullish. Even though, we're coming down 20%, 5%, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We're still bullish as long as we don't break this. We break this, not good. And what a lot of people don't understand is that you're going to have ups and downs. And could you short every single down? Sure. I'm not going to babysit this, though.
Yeah.
If it breaks this level, you better believe I'm shorting until my group is short, but I'm not going to be babysitting. I got bigger fish to fry. So,
yep. I gotcha. All right. Let me, we'll pull off of this for a second here. Hold on. Let me get that out of there. Okay. Let's check the chat real quick. Oh, we got 2Dub in the house. Wixwhy. Appreciate you being here. Hello. Appreciate it. What's up? Well, yeah, exactly. Wait.
Oh, wow. Full screen. Oh,
nice.
That's cool.
Nice. See, y'all never know what you're going to see here.
Yeah. That is cool. He's eating his neck. He's eating his neck. That's cool.
There you go.
That's really cool.
All right. Let's see here. Andrea asked, did we hear anything about Ledger or something with the founder? Yeah. Basically, in the long and short of it is, and I brought up a couple of articles about it. They were kidnapped, I guess, and subsequently rescued by law enforcement. And as far as I understand, and people feel free to correct me if I'm incorrect, it was the co-founder, as I'm bringing it up right here, and his wife. Both have since been rescued. Basically, this just more in the way of needing to also consider physical security versus just online security when it comes to stuff that's more commonly known in the space as a wrench attack. But as far as I know, everybody's safe. No funds or anything like that compromised or backdoors or anything like that, as far as I'm aware.
I think that some of his personal wallets may have lost some funds. They
really?
Okay. They supposedly were able to freeze some of them out. And that was a whole other question. Is like how can you can you do that? But the other thing was there was thoughts that maybe they severed his finger and sent it to the other co-founder to try to get more of a ransom. I don't know if that's true. So it was Digital Asset News, dude named Rob. If you ever seen his channel, he had a video today about
him if you're not.
Yep. He had a video about it today. So like that's pretty gruesome if that's actually what happened. They cut his finger off, sent it to somebody, and said, "Okay, by the way, we can do worse if you don't give us money." And then I think his wife was actually tied up in a car in a totally different location, from what I understand. But like I said, we can't really trust 100% the news.
Yeah, the source.
It doesn't matter. Like this is a good example of being careful about what you say that you have, and doxing yourself for the most part. Obviously, this guy's going to be.
That's why I say I got $14. I'm already here.
Ramen money or steak money?
$14. That's it.
Yep, ramen money or steak money. What you got?
That's right. Ramen or steaks. That's it, man. But yeah, so many people do that, and it's really, really scary because everybody who's in crypto, if you don't have money now, you will next season. If you don't have it next season, you will definitely have it the following season. And if you're doing YouTube, if you're showing your face and everything else, like people are going to know you. They're going to know you have money. But if you're driving a regular car, not the Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all this other crazy stuff and flashing all gold everywhere, and they're not going to know. They're going to think you're a regular person. And then, of course, if you say you got $14, well, maybe he does have $14,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
okay, guys, back me up here. But okay, I'll use me as an example. Been in this space for over 8 years at this point now. Okay, you'd think the fact that I've been in this space for over 8 years, I probably am rolling in the crypto like it's like going out of style. But just because you've been in the space for a long time doesn't mean you're rolling in anything, because if you were like me and you were stupid, you bought a lot of shit coins that are now at zero and you're holding bags of nothing.
Right.
Right?
But
I
it's
mean,
all lessons though. So
well,
next season, you know, and it also money. In order to have money, it takes money. So if you're
Yep.
trading with $100 or $200, it's going to take you a lot longer to make these massive gains than
yes.
somebody who's trading with 10,000 or 20,000, 100,000. You know, so and there's huge differences in everything. And matter of fact, there's people that I watch where they've been around for a while, but they're still doing it, you know. And there's other people that have been around 2 cycles, maybe even 3, and they're, yeah, you know, I put a trade 100,000 and whatever, and I'm thinking like, wow, 100,000, like you're putting yourself out
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like for me, the only
25
coin I've ever said that the amount of that I bought it at, the only coin, I did never say XRP. And Badell, he loves saying how much he got his XRP. And it was funny on last one, dude was already hammered. And he mentioned his XRP at least 5 times. And then so he's talking again. I said, dude, did you buy any XRP? Yeah. Well, what did you buy it at? Because he always says it. It's like, oh my God. So anyway, like the only coin that, and again, I bought XRP. Nobody knows the price, but my LPT token, Life Pure token, that one, because I give an example. I bought it at 7. It went all the way up to I think 30. No, I think higher than that. And I was waiting for, I think $90. And I was waiting for the 100. And I had it staking. I was waiting for the 100, and I had put some money in there. And it started coming down. Everybody's, you know, saying it's going to go to 100, and I'm waiting. I'm listening to everybody, and it comes down 60. And then, okay, now I'm going to be trying to unstake it. Well, it took a week, 10 days actually, because it was on the Arbitrum network. So I had to wait for that, then transfer over. So it took 10 days. So I eventually sold it, I think like at 30, which was still good, but nothing compared to
nothing compared to where it was. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of my point. Exactly. You don't know. And yes, that is an iguana, right? Because she's asking, a lizard is, what is it? That is an iguana, right?
It's a form of an iguana.
It's a bearded dragon.
A bearded dragon. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
we got it. I wouldn't have known the difference, honestly. But
no, I do. Well, kind of. But I said it was kind of like an iguana, but I was gonna do it like that. The one that does like that.
Yeah,
like,
dude. They got some funny things that they do.
Yeah.
They'll blow up their face. And what's one of the funniest things, if you're feeding it and like it doesn't want to be fed, like he will shake his head really quick. Like the reaction time is crazy. But like he will sling stuff like it's funny. They're just funny creatures. They not many reptiles and things that you can actually have and hang on to you for a while. So that's kind of like why we got him. But they're a little temperamental. They got attitude.
All right.
Speaking of attitude, I'm gonna go ahead and take him back, but I'll be right back.
Yeah, go right ahead. And we'll go through some of these comments because people commenting on the wrench attack with the ledger. Yeah, that's cold-blooded. Amen to that. I agree with you.
So much worse though. Like even if it was just a finger, it could have been so much worse.
Well,
like,
amen.
Crazy. So just a finger, man. Whatever you want, dude. You got me. I just got to beef up my security. Take it. My life's not worth it. I'll make more. You know.
Yep. I get it. Hardware wallet $200, wrench $5, privacy priceless. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Very concerning. Andrea saying very concerning. The industry really needs decentralized insurance protocols for everyone that wants to buy meats. Now it's funny because I was reading something. Yeah, go right ahead. I was reading something, and I want to say I shared it on X, and I'm I can't remember exactly if I did or not, but where someone was trying to get insurance in case something like this happened. And it was Lloyd's of London, I think, that they were trying to get them the insurance through. And it took the longest time to finally get them to even understand how to put this kind of valuation in place for something that is in the industry known as a wrench attack. I got $5. There you go. That's right. Sin. I only got $5. Joe's only got 14. It's what it is. Diversity for now. Yep. Best way to live, under the radar. Amen. Amen. And see, that's a great idea. Welcome, by the way. I'm not sure if I said welcome earlier. Yeah, decoy keys all day. I think that's a great feature in some of these wallets. Decoy feature, absolutely. Because again, at the end of the day, you even if you've been in the space for a while, it doesn't mean you made all the right decisions. That doesn't mean you made all the right moves. That doesn't mean you're able to do like Joe was saying, with these people saying, 100,000 here, 100,000 there. Yeah, no. I mean, I talk with people all the time who are talk these kind of numbers, and I remind them, yeah, that's not me. I'm the guy who's barely able to do the $25 a week. That's me. Yes, exactly. Let's see. You won't be seeing me driving a Tesla wearing a Gucci. I love it. Oh man. Always chop off the zeros. Yes, exactly. Bearded Dragon. Yes. Okay. Oh, he had answered it and I didn't even realize. I'm so far behind in the chat over here. Oh, yes, a bearded dragon with attitude. Obviously, he had to go put the bearded dragon back. And Andrea Sandwick's wife, I'm with you. Honestly, it doesn't matter how much money I'll have. I'll still go to the thrift store. Amen. I'll never wear jewelry and never see me with the Coach handbag. Yeah, I mean, listen, I come from, or I should say, I lived in a small town for a long time that some of the people who are the most affluent in that town, you'd never know it because they drove the like junkiest car. They wore like just clothes that you wouldn't expect people like with that kind of money to wear, and they could buy and sell you 10 times over at any given point in time. So yeah, something to be said for that. Yes, exactly. Best way. That's why wealthy people stay wealthy. Yeah, exactly. Place I would love to see, something where everyone's crypto dust went into insurance. That's an interesting thought, Andrea. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah, like a donation, right? Sort of like a donation.
So like a slush fund, insurance slush fund or something, maybe. Yeah. Interesting. Poor people are poor because they act rich. Yes, rich people are rich because they act poor. Amen.
100%.
Amen. Truer words. And Wick, welcome. Appreciate you.
That would make me rich, which is untrue. Because I feel poor, I look poor, therefore I am poor.
Therefore I am. Yes, a dust pool. I that's a great idea. I don't know. Sounds like something you need to take up, Andrea. There you go. There's your quest. There's the quest. Too many, especially in the U.S., live above them. Amen to that truth right there.
The national debt, the credit card debt.
Credit card debt and defaults are like all-time highs. Credit card defaults, all-time highs.
Mention of that dust fund, actually, there's something actually that's a good idea. So if you can gift out crypto, but one of the reasons why you might want to do it is like if you have never plan on taking profit or whatever, and you just want to get rid of it and not make it a taxable event, that would be a good thing. That'd be another motivation to send it. You say, well, I don't really want to hold on to this and sell it, and then it be a taxable event. That'd be another motive to send it to somebody like that. And then when a certain amount accrues, then they can, make it to be useful for someone else, especially if it's set up to where it's nonprofit. So that would be really cool.
Yeah, a bunch of business and blockchain and other hoops to jump through there. Let me tell you, but
the goodwill of crypto.
it would be worthy though. It would be a worthy endeavor, I think. Now you brought up an interest. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
Speaking of crypto dust, man, crypto.com. I was onboarding a lot of money, and then sending it to the exchange I want to trade on, and Crypto.com, they had that credit card, but you needed so many crows to get the credit card.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm going to buy these crows so that I can get the credit card. And then I saw that I had dust. I was like, okay, well, let me convert it. Maybe I get like 2 or 3. I don't know. I had well over enough to get one of the credit cards. I was like, oh, cool. I got it for free. I didn't have to do anything. I got it for free. So
I like that. I used that too. It was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, because I'm not going to sell 20 cents of whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. No,
that's pretty cool.
That's great, Joe. That's great. Now, you just mentioned tax. What do you guys think with this whole new? Obviously, Trump is pro crypto here at this point. What do you guys think? Is there going to be a change in tax law? How quick you think it's coming?
Joe?
Okay. So in reference to tax, I know Trump, well, I think Trump might, okay, let me see if I reword this. Trump knows that taxes, I think he knows, I don't know. Taxes really don't need to be paid. And it's taxing the rich, and of course it taxes everybody, but everybody's always tax the rich more, tax the rich more. But why do we need tax? Tax is just so the government can make more money or can make money, but the money that they're making is literally worse than fake internet money because it can just be printed. So you're charging me tax with money that you can just make. So why is there even need for a tax? So that's my whole thought process. Now, when it comes to Trump, like he's done with taxes. Like he's very smart. He has lawyers that know how to manipulate the tax so that he doesn't have to pay as much because of all the loopholes.
Like every business.
He knows how to take advantage as a businessman. He knows how to take advantage of all the loopholes. So I would love to see if he does it. I don't know if he will, but if he were to do it to where we don't pay taxes, because why do we need to pay them? Like, I don't understand. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, and I think that was the strategy with the tariffs too, was if they imposed enough of them and they could eliminate the IRS and whatever. And, I think there was some other stuff. Of course, I always refer to X as if it's a valid source of information. But, it's a good point that people make about, why should we be taxing people who are struggling when you guys are just going to straight up print stuff? Like, honestly, what they're paying for right now with the wars and everything is the printed money. It's not even as much tax revenue. So the what they're actually collecting in tax revenue is not covering much. So we're like, well, why don't you just print it? I could understand that. But yeah, and that's another thing is I could see them change the tax rate for capital gains. That would be huge for us.
That would be huge.
Or anybody who's selling stocks or traders. I mean, think about, so you got a short term, it's your short term and your long term, huge difference in the two. So I obviously they want to discourage the short term stuff, but it kind of screws the trader. So if your job was to make money just off of trading, you're getting taxed a lot more than a long term hold. So I could see some changes. The question is, how long is it going to take? Number one. Well, here's another thing. I'm going ahead and doing my tax return as early as possible now, just to get it over with, because I'm pretty sure nothing's going to change. especially things that's tax year 2024, because that's already in the past.
Right.
So now, if there's somebody that could shock you, Trump, it could be Trump. But then again, I just don't see it. So I'm going to go ahead and run with this. But boy, I could use some help this year because this is when I want to take profits.
Right.
I don't know.
Yep.
So yeah,
Well,
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
It's funny you say that, Belmont. Saying tax
Right.
on what? I lost all the meme coins. There you go. There you go. I mean, do you really see, just, bringing it to crypto, back to crypto? I mean, do you see changes on the tax horizon with regard to crypto? I do. Now, will that be a 2025 thing? That I don't know. But I mean, I think as part of the changes in framework and regulation that's coming, they're going to have to update the tax code with regard to that. I mean,
Not
I don't
only
know, Joe, your
that, but
thoughts?
there needs to be a system. There needs to be a system where you can just see, but even that, it's scary to like connect your wallet to them so they can see all the history and everything, and they have a computer on their end that calculates your wins, your losses, because we have a lot of wallets. And if we do it, and not only that, but it now you're okay, am I going to give them all my wallets or some of my wallets? So, and they don't know until later on, until or they could track everything, because everything's trackable. I mean, if you do it to the tumblers, everything's traceable. But like, it's literally a bunch of tumbleweeds that they're trying to straighten out. It really is. When it comes to all of our wallets, all of our transactions, all of our exchanges. For example, you have your Phantom wallet, you have your MetaMask, you have all the different chains that we trade on. There's absolutely, I'm going to say it, no way that all this can be. I mean, you can try your best, but there may be exchange or two that you may have used for a few and then you forgot about it.
Kind of to Andrea's point here, to what she's saying right here, and that's kind of funny. And remember, Joe, you kind of hit on it there for a second. It's not, they're not considering the wallet the actual device. The wallet is the address. That's what they're considering the wallet is, or at least that was what they were saying when we were going through that whole shit fandango before they pulled the plug at the last minute before we got into 2025. 100 A, do you want to jump in on that for a second before we keep checking these comments?
Well,
here?
what I would like them to do, well, there's a compromise here. So what I would like them to do is to have a fair way to report it. But here's one of the problems is when it comes to DEX trades and staking and all that stuff, KYC, basically all your tax stuff on fintech is KYC, like TD Ameritrade or whoever your broker is, they are required to send out the 1099 DIVs and INTs and all those things. You can't do that with a DEX. You can't do it with a wallet because it's decentralized. So I don't know. There basically needs to be a software maybe developed to where, which is what we're paying for right now when you're using something like Coinly or whoever. It's basically an address tracker.
Yes.
But it still has its flaws.
Oh,
It can't find a lot of cost basis. I'm struggling with that right now. I left Coinly and went with CoinLedger.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm still using Coinly. CoinLedger, you like that one?
Well, the problem is I started adding some wallets I didn't have before to Coinly, and it couldn't interface with it. I was like, nope. Supposedly Coinly is got a lot more flexibility about what you can do. It's a little bit more intricate, but I'm not finding that. Like the Coin Ledger seems to be a little bit more friendly. But it's kind of like one of those things. You don't want to sit there and gamble, like, say, well, I'm gonna try this year. And like, no, I want to get it right to begin with. So
right.
I can't give any advice on it because it is the Wild West. And it's one of the reasons it's the Wild West was because this wasn't really intended to be a tax-friendly setup, what we're doing. So
Yeah,
I don't.
P2P. That's what it was meant to be. Yeah,
I have
P2P.
no idea what the solution is to make it fair for everyone. I really don't. And the people, whoever's writing the legislation or, trying to justify what to do, what is right for everybody, good luck, because I have no idea how to do it.
And what's so crazy, back to your point as far as a P2P, and not so much, for the government. Like if I buy Solana and it's $100, and then I send it to a wallet, and now the price, the price fluctuates, whatever. But I end up buying so it's one Solana. So it's just simple math. One Solana, $100. I go and I buy 10,000 of these other tokens, and the token drops down to $50. But then I buy another token that I make $700. And then for this, I get this money and I bid to other tokens. So you have to, like, what did you buy this token at? Where was it, a gain or a loss?
Right.
Then with that money, you bought something else. Was that a gain or a loss? And all this from this one transaction. So it's kind of like our dollar, where I get paid, I get taxed on it. I go and I buy the groceries or whatever, I get taxed on it. They have to pay tax on that dollar that I paid them. Then so it's just an endless cycle. And when it comes to the crypto, I mean, we're buying all these cryptos, and they're fluctuating in prices. Is not the dollar has a set value, even though it goes down in price, but the dollar has its set value of $1. All these coins that we're doing, they don't have that set price.
Yeah,
It's literally up. So it's almost impossible to try and manage. Now, if you just did one coin, you bought one coin, you sold one coin, you use USDT as the base, okay. But if you're using Solana to buy some Ethereum, then you buy Ethereum to buy some whatever coin, that coin to buy whatever, and then now you're back to Solana. There's so many transactions and so many. Forget it.
Well, one of the problems too is the tokens are fungible. So one of the struggle is you can't trace one token because it's not like they're serialized to where you can actually trace that one token all the way around. You can only trace the transaction. So if you have, let's say, 20 Solana and you trade 5 of it for another meme coin, you take another 10 Solana and you stake it, and you're getting revenue from that. And then you take that other 5 Solana and then you go and bridge it to something like, you don't know, that the quantity that went, but you don't know like which one token. So you can't, it's not like you can cradle to grave these tokens because they're fungible. That's what, you got to realize. The difference between non-fungible and fungible is a non-fungible token, or say like an NFT is unique to that one item. Bitcoin, all your coins, all those things they're just like dollar bills. Well, no, they're not like dollar bills. They're like USDT, whatever. They are not traceable to the individual token. Like one is going to spend exactly the same as another one. So you can't trace that one through the chain. You just know, and it's going to be a nightmare tracing, especially that we can actually do incremental trading versus, like stock exchange. They don't let you do that. You can't do incremental. Right. You have to, one for one, one to one thing, not divisible. So, man, this is where AI is going to help. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, you need some kind of software to do it, because believe me, when I first started, I was doing it manually, and good Lord, I talk about tax time going like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, holy shit. And I just want to bring this up because I think it's what put it out. The problem is that we treat money like it's a non-renewable resource that just needs to be allocated to individuals and groups. Wealth is much more than that. Amen. And if you don't understand that, maybe we need to talk on a sidebar here or something.
Read that again, first of all.
But again, right now, think about it. The general ethos of the way not only the United States but the world treats money, and I'm using my air quotes, is, again, like you were saying, print it, whatever. We're going to give it to this one. We're going to give it to that one. Like Joe was saying earlier, sending it overseas and da 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 da.
Is it the world that treats money like that, or is it just the United States of America that treats money like that?
Well, he didn't say either one of those. He's saying the problem is that we treat money like it's a renewable resource. So he didn't specifically say that. I am adding to that. But the second line, and welcome, by the way, Bedell. The second line is or sentence is, wealth is much more than that, and that's the truth. I mean, at the end of the day, you can have a lot of money, but you can be not wealthy, especially if you're holding your stuff in US dollar, for example. So just thought that was worthy of putting it out there.
Or are the Wicks leaving? No, bye Wicks.
Are they leaving? I don't know. I'm still catching up on the. Oh, sorry, guys.
They were like, we met this guy a lot in Nashville. He's cool, but he ain't that cool live.
I enjoy the chats. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. You have no idea. No idea. Appreciate it. And yes, bye. Thanks for everybody who's here. Bedell, how you doing, brother? I guess the winning streak ended.
What winning streak?
You said if the wife keeps winning, or the girlfriend keeps winning. You were talking about in the chat earlier.
It's Gummy's talking.
Yeah. I mean, it ended. It's okay. It was a nice night with me and her, no kids.
Yep.
Just went out, and I was like, you want to continue the date night, or can I go on live? And she's like, it don't matter, because tomorrow is like going to be a whole day. We got I'm not going to say we have tomorrow planned, but we have plans to make one thing, but it's going to take about 16 hours. And we also have to go shopping to make that one thing. So it's like,
right.
Yeah.
That sounds like a day to me. Anything beyond 12 hours is a day.
Date night, we're going to pick it back up in the morning when we leave to go shopping, because after that, it's like 16 to 18 hours that we're dedicated to each other doing one thing.
There you go. There you go.
But I mean, it's not that bad. It sounds more than it really is. We're just going to be making some can of butter and some edibles.
There you go.
Nice.
That's a good day.
So, I mean, at least we stream on Fridays, not Saturdays, because we may be a little lit tomorrow.
Well, I was about to say, are you going to be recording this process? Be streaming this process live.
Just remember, you're not supposed to be eating while you're cooking.
Maybe next time we do it, we can stream. But I've talked to a lot of people about it, and they're like, yeah, you should probably create a separate channel if you're going to do anything related to that. And I'm like,
hell yeah.
I don't know. But I did say before, though, CCM, I feel maybe that's why you might have gotten shadow banned, is when I showed the plans.
Maybe. I don't know. It's going up right now, so knock on wood. Thank you for everybody who's watching. The watch hours are slowly climbing back up there, and I'm close for that first level of monetization, like within a couple of 100 hours. And watch hours, that's over the course of like a 30-day period. I don't care about telling everybody that. And then obviously the next level after that. So I appreciate everybody helping me to slowly get there. So I appreciate that.
Can't we make bots or AI agents to watch your show?
I suppose you could, although they're supposedly they clear those out. Well, it's kind of funny. And I know these platforms definitely do it. So, for example, X just did like a bot sweep, and I know because the Matrix Money Podcast X account got caught up in the bot sweep. We've been trying to appeal it. They shut our account down on X, and it's like, dude, we're a legit account. Like we're streaming on here the whole 9 yards, and like they shut it right down because we were acting too much like bots on that particular account. It's kind of funny.
Well, it's funny. There was a thought. I remember, I think when Elon first was talking about taking over or took it over, there was, and it's, of course, the Doge community is going to put anything they can out there, but they was thinking that maybe if you funded your account with X amount of token, like Doge or whatever, that will legitimize you as not being a bot.
Interesting.
I would be all about that. If your purpose is to, unfortunately, it's kind of like a membership, but if it's to legitimize people, I'd be all right with it. Maybe you may not have to do it with Doge, but whatever. If it got rid of bots,
there's a lot of bots that are created and they are funded by other companies or other people. So then all those bots would get recognized with the same symbol or star or whatever that you're trying to talk about. And those bots would actually be like real people. So, I mean,
well, the problem was there was no monetary thing to make yourself be a valid user. So if the goal was, because they basically could deploy thousands of bots with no monetary input. So if you did have a threshold like $1, whatever it would be, maybe it would eliminate a lot of bots. I don't know. That's
obviously that's their idea about the blue check mark thing.
Yeah, and that's why I still do it. Like I'm in there because I do want to be verified. And, I know that the Bitcoin guys were, the maxis were all against it. Whatever. Oh, you're buying your whatever. I'm like, you know what? It gives me certain advantages, so I'm going to do it. Look, I pay a whole lot more in cable than I do, and I get a lot more out of X than I do cable. So buzz off. Like for entertainment.
Yeah, I finally bit the bullet.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like the advantages were better. Like it's a membership. I don't care. Like
exactly. It's like
that same person will sit there and spend $140 on a cable service and saying, but they're so against giving X any money. So whatever.
I don't like X because I put in my name and it reversed it. And then
I noticed that.
Create a whole new account, and I'm like, why would I create a new account? Why wouldn't you just have my name as I put it? Why do you have to reverse my name? Had I known that in the beginning, I would have just reversed my name, and then it would have been the normal. But it's so stupid. Like, why do you have to reverse my name over something simple, and then you expect me to pay to have it changed the way I want it? Like, no.
I know. I was very surprised. I thought you did that on purpose, to be honest. I
put it in there at @crypto_Bedell when I created the account, and then it comes up as @battle_crypto, and I'm like, so I should have learned through my business account because I did my business account that way. I did my business account, and then it came all up and backwards, and I'm like, why?
Gotcha.
I guess I should have.
I agree. It's weird,
but it's so stupid that you try to put in your username and then it comes up backwards. You're like,
exactly. Alexander G in the house. Welcome, stopping by to like and share. Thank you. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. And yes, you have a good evening. Appreciate you always. I do, honestly. Thank you, Alexander G. Appreciate you stopping in. And yes, Andrew's saying to 100 Airs point, and you can write it off. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Writing it off as a membership or something else. Exactly. If you're using this as a business, which I think most of us here are, then you know what? Guess what? There you go. An expense. You write it off as an expense.
Oh, you guys have been talking about your tax terms.
Sorry to give you the tax terms.
All your taxes and bull stuff. I had a guy I work with, I think it was yesterday. He's like, I'm so happy we got our tax returns. I can file taxes. He's like, what are you going to do with yours? I'm like, I'm going to go home and burn it. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't file taxes. He's like, what? I'm like, No, there's no law stating, and to me and to my knowledge, it's double taxation, which is also against the law. I was like, dude, the last time I filed taxes was in 06. So
Shh, I gotta black that out of here. We don't want people knocking on your door, dude.
You're not the first to heard about that.
Alexander in the house. Welcome.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am going to step away for a minute, but Bedell, you can drive. But Joe, I just saw you posted something in there. You want to tell everybody about it while I'm stepping away for a second?
Yeah. So Alex Jones, this guy, he reports about a lot of news that the big corporations cannot say because they're all controlled by the puppet master, in my opinion. But Alex Jones, he tweeted out breaking news, pretty much breaking bombshell. Trump just seized over $300 billion worth, with the B, $300 billion worth from Biden's Green New Deal scam slush fund, and plans to redirect it to projects that make sense. Now, I've been posting about this a lot in my group. Of course, the Trump's, let me bring this over here, main screen. Trump World Finance, which is World Liberty Fi, bought another 3,001 Ethereum for $10 million, and 95 of the wrapped Bitcoin worth $10 million. So since November 30th, 2024, World Liberty has bought 170 million of ETH, 68.5 million of wrapped Bitcoin, 10 million of Tron, 6.7 million of Link, 6.7 million of Aave, 5.45 million of ENA, and then 250,000 of Ondo. So what you want to take away from that is Trump may use those funds to put that money into ETH, Bitcoin, Tron, Link, Aave, ENA, and Ondo. So just kind of give you all a heads up on that.
can I say something about that?
Sure.
Just to my knowledge, Alex Jones is not the most respectable guy at all.
Why?
I think he's been caught out on a bunch of lies.
Like what? I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Like what?
I don't know. I hear the name and I'm like,
Come on, purple hair. You can't.
You got C.
I'm voting for Kamala. Why?
Yeah.
Because.
Well,
Like, you gotta
I
give
know
reasons.
what Bedell's referring to, because he was the guy. They took him to court. They tried to sue him when he was putting out all this information that, of course, the Biden administration didn't want out there. And as far as supposedly he was found guilty, and they were supposed to be taking away InfoWars from him, and that's still an ongoing saga, I think, at this point, with regard to
me, that
whole
name
thing.
that name ringed a bell.
And that's why that rings a bell. He's the guy from InfoWars.
I hear that bell ringing in my head. I'm like, I'm not sure where it's from, but
they basically use lawfare against Alex Jones like they did with Trump. Is the long and short of it. In my humble opinion, he puts out way too much truth, and they can't handle that.
Yeah, and don't, and to Joe's point, you can't attack or you can't label somebody yet if you don't really know everything about them yet. Bedell, me too. I used to be guilty, but actually I was an anti-Trump guy because I didn't like something, even though I didn't know 100% the truth. We tend to do that. It's called prejudice. We will prejudge someone without doing the research. So that's part of my maturity, is trying to learn, before I start saying like this person is a douchebag, I need to know a little bit more about them. So, Alex Jones definitely had a bad.
Yeah, right here. Alexander's bringing it right here. It was with regard to Sandy Hook. I couldn't remember what the frick it was.
Yeah.
Because
it was the defamation kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But again, though he was found guilty, was he really guilty? is the question. And again, not necessarily for this particular live stream, but you gotta consider that. We've seen the lawfare, is my point. We've seen it. And that's not the one I was looking to bring up. This was one I was looking to bring up, because you got to get the bingo bangos in there when you see them. You just
bingo bangos. Smash the like if you haven't already, guys. Bingo bangos.
That's right. Yes, please.
Yeah, and just whenever I'm doing this number,
bangos.
I'm doing a message for my group. So in case y'all ever think like, what is he doing?
I saw you doing this. I said, I know what he's doing, man. I was about to ask you honestly. Okay, so who launched what?
Oh no, it's just me telling the group what I just mentioned. Like, since they said, the projects that make sense, it might be, Ethereum, Tron, Link, Aave, Ondo. So
yep.
So keep an eye on
those are all the ones that World Liberty Financial, right? That's the
Hey, and shout out to Joe about that, throwing that contract address out there for the Trump coin. If we were on point, and I was too lazy, could have went down there downstairs, grabbed my phone, and made a trade from something into Trump coin. Could have made out like a bandit, but it's risk.
Yeah,
I mean, risk, but
very high risk.
Yeah,
because it was already like at 9 billion when I mentioned it. I mean, that billion with the B, that's crazy for a meme coin.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the top. That's the top.
Yeah.
I believe last Friday when you mentioned that coin, it was just over an hour after release, or about an hour. Like,
that's unreal. It usually doesn't happen. Nobody usually catches it that fast. So your group is on.
Joe's the man. Joe's the man, and that's why I put that clip together. That was the clip I put together. Joe, boom. Right there on crypto. If you were on Crypto on the Rocks, you got it damn near first right here. Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
And that's what I'm doing. Like I said, as I'm doing this, you might think, oh, he's just kicking back. No, like I'm doing work. I have a lot of screens open, a lot of tabs open. I'm constantly clicking. That's why you see my eyeballs just going left, right, left, right. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, and it was very high risk. And I was telling my group also, when I was doing this number, what you want to do is because it was dipping as we were seeing it, you want to wait for it to cross the high and then you buy. Until then, it can continue dipping because we don't know. And that's the thing too. Like whenever we're trading, we never know how far it's going to retrace. But once it starts coming up, then of course, okay, this might be the dip. Now you buy. If it comes down again, well, now you wait for it to cross this level. Now you buy. And a bunch of my members, man, they made some going out. So it's good.
See, Alexandra's got your number there, Joe.
80 tabs open, man. I'm telling you. And it's funny too, because like right before I'm gonna go on a stream, like I was like, man, I didn't realize because I'm literally doing. I was like, close. And I gotta look at it. I was like, close. Oh, save this one. Save this one. Close. It's like, oh, I'm running too late. Close them all. And it's like, man, now I got to go back to like, what was I doing? Because there's a lot of projects I'm looking at, and we're gonna make some money, guys. We're gonna make some money, and it's gonna be easy. Do you have to do all the work that I'm doing to make this money? No. Buy a coin, any coin, doesn't even matter. Yeah. Buy it, hold it, and then more than likely March, April. I mean, we'll see. Nobody knows, but once we start crossing our SMAs and pulling back a certain percentage, then we start taking profit. And now we're okay. It might come down. We don't know, but this might be the start. And if it reverses, it breaks the high. Okay, you can buy in some more, or because you didn't sell it all, now you're still in profit, and you just keep on writing it up. And then when it comes down again, your tennis has to be up. Oh, now it's time to start selling again. Because what will not happen to me this season, which happened to me last season, I was listening to everybody. Extended bull cycle. Keep on holding this. And I did that. Now I have plan in place. I have an indicator for my members. Basically, what I teach is like, here we go. We are not going to hold when we should be selling. And then we wait for phase 3. And then when phase 3 happens, we start buying up again. Phase 4, boom, sell. You have to have that plan. If not, man, you're going to hold it, and it's going to be another story you can tell next cycle. I held it. I did a round trip, So yeah.
Well, you're kind of famous for story time.
That's the ultimate story time. Hey,
Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
No problem. I know I'm looking busy in the background. I'm basically going and doing the tabulation. I've shut down the voting for everything. And the final tally is in. Though it was very close, we definitely have a winner.
Link.
All right, guys. What are you thinking? Go ahead,
Link.
Joe.
LTC.
Well, one of you is correct. Joe is correct. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Listen.
Bingo bango.
Listen. By 2 votes.
Bingo bango.
By 2 votes. And guess which one came in second? The man
LTC.
got it right here. LTC was second. LTC
To
was
me,
number 2.
it's an OG coin, and I feel at this point, like, you're either making money, you're losing money, or you're putting money into OG coins.
Yep. Well, they're going to
if you're
move.
a trader, you're either making or losing. But
Yep.
I'm more of like an OG coin kind of guy at this point, I feel.
They're safer. They're
They
safer.
definitely
They already
are.
have a reputation. They've been through a cycle or 2 minimum. People have made money last season. It's all psychological. When new people or when they return, they're going to get those coins that made them feel good because they made them so much money. It's all psychological. So having dinosaur coins, Filecoin, Litecoin, all these other coins, they're going to make money. Every coin, in my opinion, I could be wrong, is going to 3x minimum. And these are large cap coins, 3 billion, 20 billion, whatever. It doesn't matter. All of them. Now, the total market cap for the entire total, which is all of them, I believe that we're going to go. Some people are projecting 5 trillion. I really think it's going to be like 6.5 trillion. And my ultimate all-time high is going to be 7 trillion. And the reason for that is because all these people, they're not only hearing it from the president, oh, there's a Trump coin. What's that? What's a meme coin? And let alone he made it. It wasn't just somebody. He made it. And of course, is the Mrs. President. Then of course, you have Doge and Elon Musk, and you have all government now talking about crypto, and they hold crypto. And everybody who was making fun of it last season, now they're like, what is this Bitcoin? Like what does it do? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, what's up with this?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think more money's
agree.
going to be coming in. The only bad part, though, people want to get rich quick. Everybody does. And they're going to go to meme coins first. And so the meme coins, AI agents, those are going to take off again like we have. If we think that we made money with these AI and AI agents, we ain't seen nothing yet because it's all in the news. Like Trump, where they're doing for the AI sector. What was it, 500 billion or I forget the number, but it was a good amount.
I believe it was 500 billion.
Right. So I mean, AI is all over the place, and AI is just everywhere. And I think that it's gonna be like wildfire again.
Oh, I agree.
And AI agents gonna kick it off.
It's gonna be like the last crypto bull run where you're buying a 3070 for $2,000 from some guy that bought it for like $300.
Right.
Because you're gonna be sitting there and you're like, oh well, I bought it for $2,000, but I'm making $5 a day or $3 a day, like whatever it is. It's like, okay, but us that have been holding this hardware, holding this coin, we don't really care about you newcomers. I mean, you're just pouring money into the project, pumping our bags for us. Like, thanks for joining, but in my opinion, you're like, what is it? Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah, you're basically calling them dumb money.
Like the complete opposite. They hear that news, and they want to buy in. They want it. They're that FOMO project, like, oh, they hear that FOMO, and they're like, oh shit, I already missed out. Now they're buying in, and we're all just sitting here with our bags, our GPUs, our ASICs, whatever, with our bags also, and we're like, oh, fine, whatever, you want to buy in, cool. If not, we're still going to be here in like 10, 20 years.
Yeah, and you made a great point. All these new people, they're going to come in. Oh, it's up 38%. I'm buying it. That's how I was. I was like, oh, it's up 79%, and it's a winner.
In.
Yeah,
I'm in.
And as soon as you buy it, drops fucking 80%. And you're like,
Exactly.
I lost all my money plus more.
Yeah.
So
That's
what
right.
I did for my group, there's a lot of new money coming in. Where are they going to go to? Crypto.com. That's the biggest one. They're going to go to Coinbase. That's another big one. They're going to go to Robinhood. That's another big one. They're going to also go to Uphold and Binance.us. They'll do that after they kind of lose money from all the other ones. Now, what I'm doing is I'm filtering all this news that's coming out. When Coinbase lists a new coin, we already know about it. So we're entering those coins if they're good. So that when the new people come in, and especially when the new crowd comes in, they're going to buy that coin. Because the first thing you do when you open that app, it says new coin up 89%.
Yes.
Buy. That's what they're going to do.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do. So what we're doing is we have a system already in place to where new coin comes out, boom, post in that group, and then of course we can buy it or whatever, and we just sell, and we're selling to all these newcomers. Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully front running it.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Violet, welcome. Appreciate you being here. And you got some followers here, Joe Sin with the bingos and the bangos. And Joe with the thumbs up. Yep. I'm sorry, Jay Violet. Yes, I just closed the poll. I gave an extra 5 minutes. You got in just after I closed it up. Link was the winner tonight.
He was going to go for Link anyway, so we won.
Yeah. And by only 2 votes, though. I'm impressed that it isn't a runaway. I mean, some of these votes we've had in the past, it's been like a runaway for the winner. But only by 2 votes, Litecoin came in second place, just so everybody knows. And I was sorry I was so late. Gotta go. Hope you have a great weekend. Hey, Alexandra, appreciate your fact that you were here. Don't ever worry about being late. The fact that you even stop in, smash up that like, share. You're always sharing out this information on X. I mean, you are amazing. You're amazing. I hope everything is going well for you. Be safe out there in Cali. And we'll see you soon. Thank you, Alexandra G. Appreciate you.
Definitely.
Let's see. Are the Wicks still here? No, they actually left a little while ago. They are gone, unfortunately. Let's see. I bought Link at $5 and Aave at 50 in 2022. Yeah, I did the same thing. Bought Aave around like that $50-$60 mark and sold it when it was up around $350. And I was like, whew, running away. I'm good. Running away.
Yeah. Same with me. I bought Link around that price on Coinbase. And I forgot all about it. Granted, I only bought a little bit. It's not like I bought like thousands or hundreds of dollars. I bought very little. Most of the time, I was just buying XRP at that time. And then I ended up connecting my wallet. It's like, hey, Coinbase, I think I have some money on there. Maybe, I don't even know. So I'm trying to go through all my wallets. And sure enough, I had some money. I had Link in there. I had a few other ones. FET. I have FET in there. And I think like 2 or 3 others, but I mean, it's very little money, but still just to see them, they're still there. And I mean, they're up. So it's like,
yeah, they're up. Exactly. And it's funny you say Link, to her point with Link is a long-term hold for me. That shit's in an old storage wall. And that's, please, you know what I mean? It's one of those.
First mover, the first Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
I always say this, Link is like the Bitcoin of oracles. Absolutely love Link. Not only are they an oracle, but they're also doing additional stuff. Security,
yes, they are.
Like security, the whole bridging and everything. Like they're on top of that. They have so many things going for them. It's crazy, and they have all these like everybody wanting to partner with them because the partners know that Link is the Bitcoin of oracles.
Yeah, Bitcoin. That's a well put, Joe. Well put. And like Badal was saying, these OG coins, right? I mean, And I probably should point out, and Joe, feel free to jump in here. The ISO coins, they're going to move. I'm sorry,
Right.
you know, these ISO 20022 coins, they're going to move, as well as these OGs. Joe, I don't know if you want to add anything to that. Go right ahead.
Yeah. So for the ISO coins, it's QNT XDC. Now that one has actually been doing pretty well lately. XDC. Of course, you have ADA, Cardano. You have HBAR. You have Algo. You have IOTA, IOTA. You have XLM, and also XRP. So those coins, I actually have a watch list on, and I'm going to put this in the chat. So if anybody wants to get that watch list, you can have it. Let's see, open up my list. Oh, wait, there's another way you can share it, but I'll share it here. Copy, share list, copy link. Okay. And then I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yeah, what's up, Rain here? XRP Army for the win. Real quick.
I
was
was just about to bring up one of his tweets right here. I was letting Joe wrap up.
Oh, yeah. I've just finished.
But this is why I also don't like X, because I get all these news postings every day, almost on the freaking minute. And the one I watched today, or I actually opened up, was XRP being ISO, was it 19,000?
Yeah, ISO 20022.
2022.
Yes,
like it's an American coin, so that's why it's going to be like even bigger and better now. And I'm like, where did this even come from?
Well, that 20,
because we talked about all these coins that were that certified as they were just American coins. I'm sorry, Hunter, there, I didn't mean to shut you off, but
they were identified a long time ago. You know, as that token. I mean, it was, I think 2021, if I'm not mistaken, was when I first found out about them. And a lot of people didn't really know what that meant, but basically it's just a specific standard, sort of like you see standards when it comes to safety, like UL listed products, electrical products. And, it's just a standard that was met, and basically it was made for transaction compatibility. So, now it was obviously not a hot deal in the last couple of years, but now it's come back up to what, one thing that at least they're good at least they kind of kept that compliance, or whatever you want to, certification, whatever it is you call that, versus all the companies that started adding AI to the end of their name or purpose. So at least I got to give a little bit of props to those tokens with two.
So is that good news, or is that just more FUD for a token that has been a stable coin for the last 10 years?
Are you referring to the ISO ones, Bedell?
No, I'm just referring to like XRP in general. Like, is that good for XRP, or is that just going to mean it's going to be a stable coin for another 10 years like it has been for the last 5 or 6 years?
I think it's good news. All these ISO coins, I think it's going to be like thumbs up, especially with this administration, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, because that ISO, or that mandate for that ISO, means that they're more or less American products, American made, right?
No,
their company is based in America.
No, because HBAR is not.
It's standard. It's just a standard. It's a transactional standard. So
exactly, that's what he just said. It's a transactional standard that's put out by TradFi with regard to how they want to move into this particular. Help me, 100 there. What's the word I'm looking for? Into this.
Well, just the purpose.
In this direction,
it needs to be able to work with the monetary system. Like the banking systems, and that's really what it is.
Banking system. There you go. Thank you. So there it is. There it is.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to bring up Rain here's because Joe was mentioning this a minute ago, literally, about the AI pump. and how AI on the cutting edge, DeFi, AI, etc. And so Rain, welcome, by the way. And Joe, anything else you want to add with what he's got with regard to the AI pump? He's asking, could you look up an AI pump, basically? But I didn't know. I know you started talking about it already, but
could you look up AI pump? Oh, is that a coin? AI pump is a real deal.
Oh, I didn't realize that was specific. I thought he was talking about all the AI coins pumping. Obviously, maybe I messed that up.
Coin.
Sorry.
Well, I've heard of
To me, in my opinion, go ahead.
So DeFi, DEFAI. You kind of can pronounce it DeFi, but I've heard of it, but I don't know. There's so many new things out. It is so hard.
Oh God, yeah. And
So
Rain
DeFi,
here. Cheers, Rain here. There you go.
Cheers. Yeah, DeFi with AI. That's the next big thing. Well, that's one of the next big things. So it's DeFi, but it's AI agents doing it for you. So it's really, really cool. To where it's automation, and what they'll do is they'll put money into this. You set a certain amount, you put some money in this one, they'll make some money, or they'll take it out, put it into another one, and what they're doing is they're scouring what's making the most and the most returns as far as APY and everything else, and they'll take this out and they'll put it in here. So you don't have to think. Like, you just put money in there and let it do its thing.
Yep.
Did I say something a few weeks ago about crypto.com? They had these I'd have to pull it up, but it's like a crypto basket, and it automatically sells and buys new coins within that basket. The minimum buy is like $50, and I think I said a few weeks ago, I was like, I'm really tempted to do it just to see what that $50 does for me in 6 months, a month, a year.
Yep.
I don't know if I said that earlier, but
no,
really
but you did. I remember you saying that a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, connecting DeFi, TradFi. Hey Joe, what is this link that you put in here for TradingView?
That's a watch list for the ISO 222 standard.
Okay, perfect. So anybody, that's what that link is. Okay, yeah, that's right. You said you were putting the link in there. Sorry. Rain here saying, yeah, USA will have a basket of. Okay, it's kind of funny that you bring this up. We were talking about this earlier, where the strategic crypto reserve and all the maxis are losing their minds. Because it's supposed to be a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I'm of the mindset that, listen, I think Bitcoin 100% needs to be part of it, but it doesn't necessarily need to be the only egg in the proverbial basket.
Right.
So yeah, I'm about that. Great hanging with you guys. I got to get some sleep. Oh, Andrea, appreciate you being here. You've been very active in the chat. Appreciate it, man. So much. You are welcome back anytime. Matter of fact, if you want to actually come on live with us at any point, you let us know. You let me know. Reach out to me. I'll send you the link. Bam. You're here. Appreciate you. Thank you. What's Rain saying? ISO coins go way back. Yeah, XLM is one of those coins. XRP, obviously, that goes way back. ADA, for that matter. Yep. Let's see.
man, this crypto basket on crypto.com, I looked up the freedom, and it's like 20% everything. Hold on. Like 20% Trump coin, 20% Bitcoin, 20% Solana, 20% Ripple, 20% Dogecoin. I mean, I'm okay with that, except for the official Trump coin.
Yep. I mean, I get why they put it in there, but yeah, I'm with you. With regard to that.
That's the second highest profitable crypto basket that they have.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Profitable in what time range?
in the last year. It's up 327%.
Well,
Sorry,
and you know
well,
that's not that's
Yeah.
a new. It's even newer than that. That's the last year, but like it's been
Right here, I'll show
what?
it. Like the meme coin is up over 1,000. The Freedom is up 320. US blue chip, Ethereum. You know, and
Yep.
it's like,
I mean, for
where-
somebody who doesn't want to go doing all the research, that kind of thing is it's like an index fund in the stocks. You know, it's like an index fund. It's
Well-
easy. It's boom.
That's the first thing I told my group is that look at the basket. You know, when the baskets first came out, I said, look at these baskets, because anybody new coming in that doesn't know what to pick, or there's too many coins, it makes it super easy. You click on it, you buy the basket, zero thinking involved, and then hopefully you make some money.
And you make some money, and you will make money at the end of the day. You make money.
It's like an unofficial
BC
ETF.
Port Corp in the house. BC Port Corp,
Hey,
welcome.
BC, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, you got the link, my friend. I sent it to you. If you want to join, you come right on in here. I'd love to have you. I know you're again different time zone, that kind of thing, but you're more than welcome here. Always appreciate it.
yeah, he was on your show the other day.
Yeah, the live stream we did for the inauguration. Yes.
Yep. That was a good show.
Thank you. I thought it was good.
As opposed to the other ones he's had. Sorry.
It's okay. I can take that. It's okay.
Are you trying to give me shit?
No, I had it. Sorry, I had to
Some of
dab
those
that
other
in
ones.
there.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
when
my
you-
other ones suck.
When you
They
open the door, I'm stepping in.
There you go.
There you
Yeah, well,
Sometimes-
I don't open the door for many people, but it's okay.
Yeah, when you leave that volleyball up in the air, he's got a guy going wham, yeah, everything. Yeah, nice. Where we got here? If you went on X and looked up AI Pump, they had 177,000 or so folks following, and they have a demo and their new app on Def AI. So that's a little bit of follow up from what we were showing earlier. Joe, I don't know if you went on there or not.
Yeah, they're actually on KuCoin, MEXC, Gate.io. Market cap is 6.45 million. Looks okay. I think I researched this one the other day. I'm going to the website.
That's okay.
But-
Take your time. And BC Port Corp is saying, so glad Ross is free. That man started my crypto journey. Amen to that, brother. We went through that way at the beginning. We were cheersing. But you know what, guys? Grab your drinks. We'll do one more because, this is the Ross stream here tonight.
There we go.
So cheers for Ross being
Cheers.
free right there. Here we
Cheers
go.
for free Ross. Fuck yeah. About fucking time.
Yep. Amen.
I had a lot of people at work today giving me shit about, well, why did he free Ross? I'm like, well, first off, you don't like the president. Second off, you're telling me how Bitcoin is going to crash and the whole crypto market's going to crash. So why are they freeing Ross? I'm like, I'm not even going to get into it with you right now, dude. Because
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
no
No problem,
You've been telling me
BC.
for years now that Bitcoin's going to zero, the whole crypto and the whole stock market's going to crash, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. Like,
And
just
even less of a chance now. I know you can't talk in absolutes, but still. And cheers, everybody, with the cheers. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Joe, are you ready? I can bring up your screen. Is that screen ready?
Well,
Okay.
so
What
what
was
I'm
that
yeah,
not-
go ahead.
Is it okay? Yep.
All right, so this one is the one that they've been talking about, AI Pump. I'm not sure if this is what y'all wanted, but this AI Pump, and this is their website right here. This is their website. So the last time I checked it, I don't remember if this was available, but this is still coming soon. AI video chat bots, but they have AI Twitter agents. They have AI Telegram agents. I got to check this out. This was shown to me like a week ago, maybe. I don't remember. I do so many coins. I don't remember. But so looking at the charts, we have our high, lower high, lower high. The percentage from here to here is 35%. Go into a lower time frame, see if we can get in before. Because of the low market cap, oh man, because of the low market cap, if it does pull back, and it has a pretty good chance to, we're looking at least 35%. Now, for me, the way I look at it is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. What I would do is I would actually set a lower entry right here at 0.011284. If you don't want to have a lower entry, right now it's entering, it's very dangerous because this right here is not looking good. So we have this level 0.16462 high, lower high, then lower high, then it broke out again. Low market cap, so it can move really fast, and then high. So in order for me to confidently get into this, it would have to break this, and this is a good 25%, 27, and I would actually have to set my alert around 40%, and then have it right here. But what I did want to show, this is what I would do. I would set an alert here, not so much enter, because it can continue coming down. And if it does come down, we have a very high possibility of entering right here. But what I do want to show, set alert at 0.023789. Now, what I do want to show is, let me go ahead and put this, save this to YouTube Rapid Fire. Quant on the daily time frame. I'm going to run through these really quick. I know it's not a TA show, but Quant QNT, this is one of the ISO 222. It's in a really nice accumulation. So this, in my opinion, nice time to enter. This one, XDC, as we mentioned, it had a really nice run up. This was the level it needed to break, had a small retrace, went up some more. Here, I would like to see it come back to at least, see, pull back to at least this level, which would roughly be around this price. I would like to see it retrace here, and then possible entry. This one for ATA has been doing nice run up. We all know that run up, pulled back, very nice pullback, came up, broke the high, which is good, continued to make higher lows. This one, I would like to see it come down to about here, this level. And
you're reading my mind, man. I was just gonna say, wouldn't it be better if it came down? Thank you, Joe. You're the man.
Sometimes it's just luck. But I would like to see it come down to about here before going up. Now, what we don't want to do is we do not want to see it break below this level. If it breaks below this, which this level is roughly around, well, it's right here, 0.7482. We don't want it to break below there. And let me take this off. Because if it does, then we have a very high chance it'll bounce in this area, 0.5695. I don't think it'll go below 56 cents. I really don't. It could. Anything can happen. H bar really quick, ran up, nice little retracement, lower highs. It broke the high, coming up. Same thing with this one. I would like to see it. Oh man, I don't know if it's going to pull back though. This was a nice. This is in the golden pocket. You know, if you do a fib retracement from down here to here, you know, it's right there in the golden pocket. It tapped it, and now it's breaking above it. I still would like to see it come down to this area.
Yeah,
which would be
to me
roughly,
that went up way too quick. I don't know. That's just my opinion. It like shot out of hell. You know what I mean?
It did, but then when it retraced, it bounced, and then it took this liquidity, so it bounced really good here. This was the opportunity for it to continue lower. So it went up, down, down. This right here, if it was going to come down, more than likely, nobody knows, but it hopefully would have done a lower high, coming down, breaking this low, and then now more than likely come down. But since it broke this high, now people are bullish again. And then when it didn't break the low, didn't break this low, create a higher low, now people are really bullish. And then it broke this level to the moon. But I would like to see it come back down. For algo really quick, This one went up, down, same thing. I think they all need to come down just a little bit. But what's the percentage from here to here? From here to here, only 15%. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could enter this now and then just, of course, not financial advice. You could enter this now and then just see if it maintains this, this kind of curve. I really don't think it'll break below 0.2777. I don't think anything can happen though. This next one, this one looks really great. Had a really nice run up right into the golden pocket, bouncing, higher highs, higher lows. This one, for me personally, excellent entry. Excellent entry. And this would actually be an entry. And oops, not that. This will be an entry. Today is the 24th. And the time is 9:40.
Can I just say I love how you make these notes on the charts when you do this? I know you do it on your show all the time, but I don't know about anybody else, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it makes it really easy to follow. Really easy. So, and thank you. But for this one, this would be an entry right now. And more than likely, I would have a lower bid. I don't think it's coming lower, but I would have a lower bid. I'd go about 30%. I don't think it'll come down this low. If it does come down, it'll probably come down like 20%, lower entry. And on that one, like we would just have to see what might happen. So this is what I'm thinking, what might happen. If we do come down, if we do this, we lose this level. If we do come down just to take this liquidity, and I think it'll come down here. I don't think this will hit, but if it does, great. We have a flash crash or whatever it is. We get this entry. It comes down maybe 10, 15% more, depending on the market. Shoots up. You're in this at a much lower price. Your average entry, instead of being way up here, now comes down to about here. So, all right.
Hey, Joe,
yes.
Stupid question, but I want to start using fibs, but I don't know where to start it. Start the fib. What? Like I said, I'm 5 years old, so you have to explain it to me like I'm 5.
For first starters, there are no stupid questions. They're either questions we've had before or haven't thought of yet. Those are the only two types of questions. I talk about fibs a lot on my show, but just to make it super easy, and this is what I do all the time, what you want to do is you want to go to a higher time frame because it reduces all this noise. And when I refer to noise, it's all the ups and downs. Like, where do I start? Like, I don't even know what to do. So what you do is you go to a higher time frame, daily, sometimes weekly, and you have to start at the beginning of the move.
Oh, okay. I see it. The purple.
Right. And I did it.
Okay.
So here it's kind of going sideways. Then this is the lowest point of the begin. This is the beginning of the move. This is the lowest point. And then you go to the highest point, which is here. And then you make sure that you have your numbers like this. And y'all can do a screenshot and make sure that the reverse button is not pressed. Now, to do with the reverse, that's when you're going from top to bottom, just to look for levels. You're not looking for a retracement. A retracement is from left to right, bottom to top, to see where the price may come down or retrace to. That's what that is. But yeah, so the simplest thing, higher time frames, you want to see before, and I call this the boom, before the boom, the lowest point, and then click there, the highest point, you're set.
So wick, but I noticed like on your trend lines, you normally use a candle body, but on a fib retracement, you using the wick because it's the tippity top. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
And great observation. Whenever I'm doing my support resistance levels, I normally 99.9% only use candle body closes. However, when I do the fib retracement, I always use the wicks. There is a very slim chance that I'll only use the candle bodies, but that's just to see if I get more touches. So for example, I don't even know this one. I mean, it touches there, but if I had like a lot of touches, then I would use it, but I rarely do that. I normally just use the wicks.
Okay, so really you could just go back and forth and pick the one that has the most touches and say I feel more confident in that.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Now, I rarely use it though. So
Okay.
just to make it simple, use the lowest point, including the wick, the highest point, including the wick. Keep it simple.
Gotcha.
Then this next one, this one looking pretty good as well. I would, same thing. I would like to see it come down here. Take this liquidity. So it would be right in this area. So that price would generally be right around there. And for the last one, XRP, this one, huge move, came down to the 382, and that's usually what you see, retracement to 38%. If we're lucky, 0.5618 golden pocket, came up, broke this level, continue going up, retracement. Everybody's bullish on XRP. The XRP army has really stepped up their game. When this run up happened, and we saw this, and then it breaking lower, I really thought minimum into the golden pocket. Minimum. They said nope. Broke this high, then it broke this high, did not break the low, and what we're doing level by level. And then it broke this one, off to the races. Broke this level, off to the races. If it does come down, maybe 2.79, if it comes down this much. But that's pretty much what I wanted to show. I wanted to show.
No, I appreciate you doing that, man.
Tokens, and some of them, like I said, some of them are rating. Some of them we need to wait for these levels. This one right now, IOTA.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't realize you're going back into that. Sorry.
Well, no. So I'm done. I just want to say that one's one of the ready ones.
No, Joe, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. I agree. And even if you're looking at it, or I look at it from a more like long-term hold, like take it, like I said, put it in my Tangent wallet, just let it sit there. These are good coins to have there. Sorry, Joe, go ahead. You look like you had something else.
Yes. Speaking about that, there was, let me see. There was one that I had. I can't even find it. I don't think I can find it. There's one that I had that, this one right here. So you can bring up my chart.
Yep.
So to your point, in reference to dollar cost averaging, this was one of my, for my VIP group, of course, this is one of my mid to long-term hold coins. And I talk about the strategy. This is a video. I do a lot of thought process videos on my group, and it's only 4 minutes. But in this video, I'm talking about this coin, which is XLM. And this was done in February of 2024. Now, if you would have bought, and of course, it's always the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, if or whatever.
Yeah, but man, I can't wait to see this.
Here is that date, 2024. Now, of course, it did run up and it did come down, but on average, let's say we bought it, let's say right here. It came down the most 30%. Get out of here. That's nothing. 30% is nothing.
Yep.
That's the lowest it went. Now, instead of trading, stop loss 15%, stop, and you're getting stopped out, you're re-entering, you make 20%, 30%, you get stopped out again, 20%, you make some more money, 40, 50%, then you get stopped out again. If you just hold it, and this is what I've been preaching this to my group, in addition, to our trades and our long-term holds.
Yep.
But if you would have done that, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, you're up. It went all the way up 450%. Right now it's sitting at 280%, give or take. And I have a lot of these coins where these are coins that I think they're going to do really well. And all these coins are going to minimum 3x, 5x minimum, all these coins. So that's all.
The bad thing is I had all these before, but you have this habit of when they don't do anything for a long time, you're like, well, let me trade them off. And like, you could sit on them. And because if you don't have a lot of money in them, like, why not just sit on them? You got to learn how to be patient sometimes, because we didn't see this coming. Like, we didn't see these things pumping. And man,
right. You never do, though. You never do.
Yeah. One of my biggest mistakes, and the more you trade and the more time you're in just crypto or just trading in general, you realize that the mid to long-term holds because you never hear a millionaire say, "Oh, I made 30%." You never hear, "Oh,
Right.
what they're doing is I made a 5x, I made a 15x." I mean, well, how long did you hold it? They're doing stocks 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, whatever it is.
Yep.
Same thing with crypto. What I learned, and I've been preaching this again to my people, the first target, sell 50%. Second target, sell 50%. Then that's it. And you're gonna have a little bag in there. And as it goes up and up and up, and you're probably gonna forget about it. There have been so many coins that I go back to. It's like, man, we were trading this. We made 50%, 80%, 30%, 50%, because we're just trading. Sometimes we get stopped out. But 8 months ago, it would have been a 10x. It's like if we would have just had a little bit. So now, all this is learning. I'm learning. And I tell that to everybody on my YouTube, everything. Like, you always have to be learning. You can never be the mindset, "Oh, I know it all. I made money. I know how to make money." You always, you have to identify a problem, find the solution. The problem for me is we're re-entering these coins that we've been looking at because they're good coins, but we don't have any investment in it because we've been trading it. But if you can trade it, but if you, like CCM says, just hold it, DCA. And sure enough, 10x without even trying.
Well,
go back
Right. You're doing nothing.
Right.
And you could do both. I mean, you could take
Yes.
half of it.
Yes. So
Say,
you're
okay,
actually
I'm gonna play
trading.
with these. Yeah.
Right. You're actually trading and you're holding it. So let's say you have 200 tokens of the one that you forgot about, and you go back to, "Oh, I had 200," and you want to buy more. Well, you can trade this, but just remember, don't sell those 200. So whenever you're doing your 50%, 50%, whatever, then let's say it's another 200. You get that. Now you have 400. And it's just.
Yeah. You could have another wallet. That's another thing too, is just put them in another wallet, and then say, like, hands off, not touching this.
And 100 Air, I did not even think about that. But that's the perfect solution to my problem is, oh man, how much did I have before? The problem solution.
Here's the thing.
Get another wallet, boom.
Think of it like your checking account.
Yep.
If you got money sitting in your checking account, oh, it's fair game, baby. I'm gonna spend.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta have that savings account you can't get your hands in really quick. So hey, one thing I want to bring up, and this Joe may be interested in this. So I've been listening to this audio tape. Actually, I think I downloaded these off of YouTube. So the guy I talked about last week, one of them called WD Gann. He's the Gann indicators, all kind of indicators.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he had this book he wrote back in 1923. So this would be, is that between World War I and II? Or I think it is. Anyway, so and it was kind of a long book, but it's broken up like 5 sections. Okay, so one thing he did mention, and Joe probably could tell you this, or maybe prove or disprove this or whatever, that some tokens or coins or stocks you have better luck in. Like you got that vibe, you can get in, you kind of understand how it moves. And then some, it doesn't matter how much TA you do, you just don't do as well in them. Is that true? Like, do you
100%.
have that where some tokens that are like pet peeve, like these are great, like, man, I'm always just hitting my levels with this one, but if I go to this other one and try to spend all this time, and like I get wrecked all the time. Like, do you ever see that?
100%. And there's a lot of people that like I talk with where they only trade certain coins because they know like the flow, they know the movement, they can pretty much see because it's done it so many times.
Yeah.
So yes, 100%, I agree with that. And then there's some where you think, oh, it's going to do the same thing, completely different, because it's the volume, the people who are buying and selling, they don't have the same mindset as maybe that other group that's buying that coin, because they may be, they believe in the coin, they're making money off of it, of course. And this other group is like, I just want to make money. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna get in and get out. So even though you may see structure, the structure can easily break either way more often than the other coin. But yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's, it's kind of one of those things. Go with what you, number one, go with what you know. And then that's what I was thinking was it's more of a mindset on the token. Like whoever's using those tokens have a different mindset. I think Theta would be a good example. I can't remember which country, if it's Japan. I forgot who it is that uses Theta so much. It's one of the Asian, Eastern countries. But all right. So Joe may know who this is. I like Crypto Banner. A lot of people don't like Crypto Banter. I do. There's a couple of TA guys on there, and a guy named Sheldon. His mom actually got his mom into TA, and she loves Theta. Like she just runs that one coin up and down, up and down, up and down. And you know what? If it works, like you don't have to like it.
If it works, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, if it works, you don't have to like the token. You don't have to believe in it. If you can read it and you kind of just know how it's going to move, it's like cheat code. So,
right.
Yeah, it's a mentality thing, or a emotional, whatever you want to call it. But if you can feel like, if you can kind of just say, well, this look, it's done this before, and I don't see any reason why it's not going to do it again. So.
See, but that's the difference, in my opinion. Joe, tell me I'm wrong, but that's the difference in what you do to what I do. You trade like that. So doing what 100 Air just said, pick the token, write it up and down, whatever, take your profits golden. Me, I'm looking for the potentially DCA long-term project, like a Link, for example, that's going to be take it, throw it away, forget I even own it, and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Where I may not necessarily do that with Theta. I actually like Theta, to be honest with you. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know that I would like take that and DCA it over Link, for example, if you know what I mean.
And which we could do, kind of like what we talked about CCM a few weeks back. Let's say you have $1,000 and you want to trade Theta. You put $500 as an investment to where you don't touch it. You put it in a wallet, don't touch it.
Yep.
And then $500, you trade it. And then your profits that you make from that, you can get it and buy more Theta. So you're DCAing and you put it in there and you keep on trading 500. And you'll go up and you'll go down. But that's the solution. So there's a lot of people where it's this and only this. And I get that all the time. I get so many DMs where they ask me, Joe, I have this amount of coins. I want to sell some, but I want to buy either this coin or this coin. I really believe in them. I said, well, why don't you buy both? Because they're always, which one do I buy? Buy both of them. If you like them both, if you get $1,000, 500, boom, done. They're problem solved,
Yep.
That's my thing.
Because again, it's the whole eggs in one basket thing, like we were talking about earlier with these, Bitcoin maxis losing their mind over the crypto reserve versus Bitcoin reserve. And I just want to point out, Bedell is obviously left for the evening, and he let everybody know that. Yeah, man, I love Bedell. He's here. He's the man, and appreciate him. I really do, and I hope he has a good weekend.
He does a lot of work behind the sneens, guys. A lot of work behind the scenes. So yeah.
Yes, exactly. And Rain saying he's been an XRP holder since XRP XLM holder since 2017. Hey,
nice.
Then you in the profit, man. The profit. Let's see. Anything else? All right. No, we're caught up. I did want to bring this up to the point that you were just making about, take it, hold it, whatever. I started this whole DCA portfolio thing back in the latter half of 2023. Here is the current status of the 2023 crypto portfolio that you guys helped me to put out here. I'm going to, did it not show up? Did it show up? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I see it.
Okay. So basically, I just, while you guys were talking, I went in and put in the current asset prices into the spreadsheet. So we've got the assets listed here in this first column, the number of purchases I made, obviously, the average purchase price. And you can see this first portfolio, I got an average purchase price on Bitcoin of like just under 39K. Awesome. How much is purchased and current price, and then the actual, all these other numbers, including fees and the percentage up and down. We are green on everything with the lowest percentage of gain on quant, only 3.28% gain on quant. But if we were to take this whole portfolio This whole portfolio is up 148.68%. In what?
And that's without trading. That's without, moving averages or nothing. That's just
Nothing.
every week, just putting
That's a
something in there.
DCA, weekly DCA, $25. $25, and you guys voted for the $10.
Yep.
I mean, there it is, sitting there. And if you guys like the pie chart things, oops.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to get that there, but you get the point here.
It's a good.
You get the point.
I like pie charts. I mean, sometimes you get lost in the numbers. A good visual.
Right.
Yep,
helps,
exactly.
helps
That's why I said
people like me. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. How can you say that DCA does not work? You know what I'm saying? Now, again, that's at this moment in time. It's like anything else. That's this moment in time when prices are what they are. I completely understand that.
That's the bad thing too about the quant. It wasn't necessarily it was a loser. It's just it was timing of when you got in. So
exactly.
It's
exactly.
You can't control that. You can't.
No, but I mean, again, this is so. What is that? That particular portfolio ended December of 2023. So we're literally just over a year in that portfolio. Just over a year, and look at the gains.
It was on a good, strong uptrend too. And it's not like it was the depth of the bear market. I mean, it was
right.
It was up.
Exactly. And I don't have the numbers all together yet for the second one. When I do that, hopefully, God willing, within the next week or two, I'll pull Q1 of 2024, and then you can look at that one. That one was different. That one was P2E and gaming. A lot of this gaming stuff kind of did a pop, if you remember, beginning of 2024, and then it kind of shit the bed. And right now, it's kind of a lot of this stuff is fluctuating a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see where that is.
There's a lot. What was funny is a lot of things that I bought in early 2024 still haven't made it back to that high yet. It's crazy. Like the Cosmos system, there's a lot of them. Gaming. So AI pumped at some point, and I don't think we've even reached back to some of the highs on certain AI tokens. So like that mean, well, I can't say that. I was about to say that's why I believe that altcoin season hasn't truly come yet.
And that's I agree with you. I don't think we've seen the heart of say that 5 times fast. The heart of altcoin season yet by any means, but there's been a lot of pump in it. I don't know. If you're doing my strategy of the dollar cost averaging, put it aside, throw it in the cold wall, let it go. I think where we are in this particular cycle means if you're DCAing at this point in regard to that, it's definitely got to be something that you're holding for a longer period of time to get those cycles under your belt in order to get those gains, if that makes sense to you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. Joe's method, super active, and I'll tell you what, I can't believe Joe. I know Joe's pretty transparent with everything he puts out there. If he gets a loss, I know he puts it out there. I hear him do it on his show all the time. But I gotta believe he's making more gains than he's making losses. And you know what? So if you're following that strategy, hello. And then taking it like he just said, and then, okay, here you go. Put that in the bag. Boom. Take it off the table, putting it in the bag. You got to be winning. I mean, you got to be winning.
Right. Yeah, for me, what I leave it in the because I do it on the exchange, so I leave it on the exchange. But I have the Tangent wallet. It's like, that just makes sense. Take it off to where I'm not having to manually, I have 200 coins, I have 500 coins, I have whatever coins, and then I can't sell those. It just makes sense. Like I didn't even think of that. And now it's
Yeah.
okay. Got to transfer them out. So yeah.
Gotta pull it up, and especially if you're using a centralized exchange. I know you do a lot of work on decentralized exchanges, so I mean you got a lot less of the potential for getting them to lock up your coins. But I mean, all you hear about lately is Coinbase. Okay, 9 weeks to get your Solana, whatever, 9 years, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like hello, no, it shouldn't be that way. If you're making network transactions, the problem isn't the network in that case. I mean, hey, call it what it is. I'm no Solana fan, but that weight that you're getting on Coinbase right now isn't Solana. It's obviously Coinbase.
Right.
So I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
and that's go
They
ahead.
were insolvent, correct? On Solana.
Well, they didn't come out and say that, but makes sense. I mean,
yeah, you're right. That was the call. That was Marty Party, I think, who said that. Said like, this is how I know they're insolvent.
Yeah,
That's scary. That's kind of scary.
I mean, and I get it. They got again. What's the phrase that Buffett used when the tide goes out? You see who's wearing no clothes or whatever. They got caught, not having the actual coin. You know what I mean?
The guys. Well, what's scary is this is who's custodying a lot of the ETF Bitcoin.
Yes. Yes.
Scary.
Yes. Hey, did you guys see? I shared it on X a few hours ago, probably right before I started the stream, that BlackRock put in an amendment to do exchange in kind. So for those who may or may not remember, when the first S1s were put into the SEC for approval for the Bitcoin spot ETFs, Gary Gensler would not allow for exchange in kind. So if you wanted to pull cash out, you could only do it in US dollar. You couldn't do it in Bitcoin. Yeah. They've put in now for an amendment to that where people can actually take out the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I think that's huge.
Yeah, that's great. Because then as you progress with time, you could actually, if you didn't feel comfortable with self-custody at first, then it gives you the option to do it later.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
I agree. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the ETFs. I always have, but I think that when you're able to do things like this, and I'm hoping now that we've got a more crypto-friendly administration, and hopefully at the end of the day it'll be a more crypto-friendly commissioner of the SEC, for example, that like the Ethereum ETFs. The reason the Ethereum ETFs fell flat when they came out was because, they were thinking, well, great, we're going to start staking. We'll get those rewards. But, Gary Gensler, again, baseball bat to the knees, and said, no, that's not happening. And that's why, who the hell was it that pulled out? ARK Invest. ARK Invest pulled out of their application because what the hell's the point? The idea behind it is, okay, let's stake it. It's proof of stake now. Let's stake the damn thing and make some residual on that for the amount of money that we're actually going to be under management. I'm hoping that
could have been the dividend too. They could have
exactly. You could have stipend that back. Exactly. I'm hoping that we're going to see that, to be honest. I haven't heard anything about that yet, but I'm hopeful that we'll see it now that things are turning more positive in the space and where the US is concerned.
I don't know if Joe ever looks at it, but I actually was looking at Bitcoin dominance. So we're nowhere near, like, Bitcoin's pretty much still running the game right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
What I'm looking at, and around late April 2021, I think it was about the lowest dominance, which, for those who may not realize, you want a lower number of Bitcoin dominance for more money to roll into altcoins, because that just means that Bitcoin's taking the So the higher the number, the Bitcoin's taking most of the money for the most part. Most of the money's going into Bitcoin. So the lower the number, that means that money's going to, it could be two things. It could be bleeding out from, well, actually, no, it is one thing. It's the share of the liquidity in the crypto place in the ratios between Bitcoin and all the alts. So the lower the number of Bitcoin, that means there's more money in altcoins. So,
yeah, right now Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 58.92.
Is that the chart you have, Joe?
Yeah. So right now, Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 58.92. I really don't want to see it break above 59.16. Right now, it's kind of in this kind of zone, and I want it to break below this. So as you were saying, 100 Air, when this goes lower, so Bitcoin dominance is the dominance Bitcoin has over the entire market. So if you think of it as a pie chart, right now, Bitcoin dominance is taking up almost 60% of the whole pie. What we want to do is we want to see Bitcoin dominance decrease, which means that the dominance Bitcoin has over the entire market is decreasing. And that means since the dominance is decreasing, the other dominance has to come up, which would be the altcoins. So because this is decreasing, the alts are coming up. And what we want to see is we want to see Bitcoin dominance come down so that the alts can run. And very important, though, we want to see Bitcoin dominance doing this number coming down. Bitcoin can either be going up or down. At this point, it's not going to matter, because if Bitcoin price goes up and dominance is coming down, this just means that people are still loving Bitcoin, but they're loving the alts more. So even though Bitcoin's going up, and this is where a lot of people get confused, even though Bitcoin's coming up, the dominance is coming down because more people are buying into the alts, which is resulting in the alts going up and Bitcoin dominance coming down. And what I want to see is I want to see the break of 84. And then finally, man, talk about moon mission, talk about euphoria, talk about, man, I haven't seen this much money in my account in forever or even ever. This is when your Uber driver is talking to you about Bitcoin and crypto. Yep. This is when your Lyft driver, when your mom, your brother, your cousins, your neighbors, your paper boy, if they're even around, this is when all these people are telling you about crypto. Hey, man, have you heard about this new coin? Fart, hat, moon, coin, cat, dog.
Yep.
Man, I just made $5,000. I put $2 in and I made $5,000. Really? What's the name again? Fart, cat, dog, coin. Yeah, that one. Boom. This is when you want to start getting out. Start dollar cost average now. But this is what we want to see.
Can you I don't know if you select weekly, how far it's going to go back, but you may have to go monthly. But yeah, look, that gives you an idea of how low it can go. So yeah, if you get you're getting close to that 40, man, you're prime alt season.
Yeah. This is when it starts getting really good and everything starts going great. And then of course we have the next level, then the next level, then the next level. This right here, forget about it, man. This is gonna be crazy. This is literally, so in my opinion, this is the first top of the crypto market, and then it'll retrace, just like everything else. It'll come down. Of course, they'll have more ups and downs, but come down, then go up. And this is when everybody's taking profit. The market's kind of coming down. We're not making higher highs right now. This is when we're going into phase 2, when the market starts coming down. Then this is phase 3 for the alts, where we kind of go sideways. Then this is phase 4, when we break the level that we just made and we do this. If we can go to 38, this is the next part where, again, all these people that we just mentioned, they're talking to you about it. Yeah. And that's when Lassie comes up to you and starts barking. And you're like, what? Timmy's
here, come get XRP.
Yeah. Timmy's stuck in the well buying Bitcoin. What is Lassie?
Lassie is in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love
Now, it gets crazy. I know I'm gonna throw some things out there that may or may not be true. From what I understand, some things that can make the different changes in the dominance. If Bitcoin makes radical changes, so if it shoots up really quick, it puts the emphasis usually back on Bitcoin, and people start piling into Bitcoin. If it goes down really quick, people get scared and get out of their alts and go back towards Bitcoin. So Bitcoin dominance doesn't always correlate with price. It's usually like a fear and greed kind of thing. If Bitcoin chops, people get bored with Bitcoin and start rolling into altcoins, and so that's where that dominance will drop down a little bit. So it's a good indicator, but you need to use it in line with other things. You need to use it in line with price. You need to use it, there's just a lot of things, but you need to kind of keep your eye on it, because it'll kind of give you an idea what the value, if it's over or undervalued, what your altcoins are, if they're over or undervalued. Because RSI is not always the best thing. So, it's just another good tool to look at. And it kind of lets you know where in the cycle you are, if the cycle is truly playing out. And that was the other thing was, is this going to be a 4-year cycle, like the typical 4-year cycle? So,
yeah.
Who knows?
And that's still to be seen. There you go, Joe. You've created a new meme coin right there. There you go. Rain is running out right now onto Solana, and he's making a new meme coin.
Pump.fun.
And I bet you would make money too.
Yeah, I bet it would. Especially if you could get an image, good enough image for that.
Oh, I'm sure you could create some kind of good image with that. Use AI. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah.
Joe, I saw you bringing this up. I'm going to bring it up. Hang on one second. There we go.
Yeah. So just to kind of put on your point as far as, Bitcoin going up and people getting bored or people find. So the easiest way. So to me, this was very difficult for me to wrap my brain around. And what I do on my channel and here and everywhere else, I break stuff down to the most simplistic form. So if y'all are ready for it, here we go. Bitcoin goes up, people are happy, alts are happy. Bitcoin goes down, people aren't happy, alts, they don't do well. They really don't. Bitcoin goes up, alts are good, everybody's happy. Bitcoin goes down, not so good. So now we correspond that with Bitcoin dominance. And again, this is the pie. This is everything. So if both of these are going up, this means no matter what Bitcoin's doing. Oh, wait. This is Bitcoin. For some reason, I was thinking alt season is like, wait, that's wrong. But this is Bitcoin season. So when Bitcoin dominance is going up and Bitcoin's going up, that means Bitcoin prices increasing and the dominance of Bitcoin is also increasing, reducing the dominance of the alts. So this is when there's Bitcoin season. Yeah. When the Bitcoin is coming down and the dominance of Bitcoin is going up, this is when the alts are bleeding hard. Everybody's freaking out. Oh, Bitcoin's coming down. Let me sell everything because everything's going to crash. They're the reason why everything's crashing, because they're selling. And so because that happens, they're selling off their alts because they're afraid because Bitcoin's coming down, resulting in the dominance of Bitcoin going up. Then we have Bitcoin going up and the dominance coming down. So even though Bitcoin's going up, they're saying, man, Bitcoin's doing great. Let's keep on buying all these alts. We're making crazy money. Because the alts are increasing in dominance, the dominance of Bitcoin comes down. This is alt season. This is what we want. Then, of course, you have the dominance coming down and Bitcoin coming down. And this is when the market's not great. Because not only is Bitcoin coming down, but like the people are also getting out of their alts too. And so even though the alts is coming down, because Bitcoin's coming down, the dominance of Bitcoin is coming down more. And like you don't want that. Like this right here is the ugliest thing. And we've seen this. This is literally, this is literally when like you don't want to be in crypto. Now, granted, we're always in crypto, but you don't want to be in it. So the easiest way to remember it, Bitcoin goes up, good for the market. Because people react to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down, not good. And then you want to look at dominance. If Bitcoin is going down, the dominance, while Bitcoin's going up, man, hold on. Because it's going to get wild. It's going to get really wild. So that's how I simplify it. It relies on Bitcoin. Bitcoin up, good. Bitcoin down, bad. Then Bitcoin dominance, we want to see that down because that's showing that even though Bitcoin's going up and the dominance should go up because Bitcoin's going up, it doesn't matter. We're buying more alts, which is pushing down dominance. That's what I got.
Oh, I love that chart. I love when you bring that chart up. Wait, what do we got going on over here?
Well, that was supposed to be what was the name?
The fart coin.
Yeah, the fart hat cat dog coin.
I think we got to tweak the AI there a little bit.
Good. I'm not good with the AI stuff. Sorry, but I was trying.
I appreciate the effort. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, well, what do you guys got going on for the rest of the weekend here? Anything good? I know what Joe's doing. I guess that's more to 100 air. I know what the hell Joe's doing all weekend long.
Just try to be productive.
What about you, 100 air?
Yeah, just try to be productive. I do something clean, do some good wife chores. I don't know, like something. I got to do something because I haven't done shit in the last couple months. Honestly, I've been lazy. How about you? What you got going on?
Mostly I got a little bit of work going on, obviously, and some family stuff. Weekends are you know, the real world. I don't know, I'll use my air quotes there. You know, has the weekends off, so it's like that's when you got to be able to connect with family. You got to be able to do this, that, and the other thing, and believe me, I try to force it into the week. Like a lot of times, Monday is like, generally speaking, I know for Joe, it's probably his busiest day of the week. But for me, honestly, not so bad, especially later in the day, as long as I've gotten like my early stuff done. So like, I like go and raid my daughter's house. Like, hey, I'm coming for dinner. Yeah. You know, one of those deals, you know, but like, you know, for most of my kids, I mean, all my kids are growing out the house. They work, you know, they do the Monday through Friday thing. So weekends are the gig, you know,
catching up. Yeah.
Yeah. So
catching up with family. Yeah. I got you.
But you know, it's always the why at the end of the day. You know, it just is. It's again, old guy interwebs. You know, old as dirt. Let's see, on Matrix Money podcast this past Tuesday, I had FF basically, yo, you're a boomer, you know. So you know, and these days, that's like the ultimate insult, isn't it? Oh, boomers don't understand nothing, you know, because he was first off, he was talking Trump boomer was what he was talking about initially, and then he was like, well, not all boomers. I'm like, okay, you only said that because I'm here, you know.
You're a high-tech boomer.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the typical boomer.
I'm a boomer in a Gen X body.
There you go.
That's all I can say, which is these days is like a double negative. So
yeah, amen to that, right? Right. Too true. Joe, you got your normal routine this weekend, I'm assuming, right? For live streams and all that kind of stuff.
True. So okay. I have some images for you. So let me share this.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Oh boy, he's using the AI.
Story time. We got picture time.
Picture time.
Yeah, right.
So we got this.
I like it.
I don't know. I like this one. I like this one. I like this one. This one and so.
Well,
There you
Oh
go.
my
Make $1 million,
goodness.
guys. Make $1 million.
that lower left has got
This one?
the cat with his eyes. It's like he's squeezing one out, and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I do like this one.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Oh shit.
I'm telling you guys,
See,
you're making
again,
$1 million.
you never know what you're getting here on Crypto on the Rocks.
$1 million coin.
Oh shit. All right, that's going to be one of the clips for this week. Our $1 million, what is it? Let me get it correct here. Let's
yeah, I
bring
had to
it
go
up
back
here.
into-
Yeah. Fart, fart, hat, cat, dog.
Love it.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it first here.
You heard it here first. That's right. So make sure you invest when we launch it on Solana, right?
Not financial advice, of course.
Not fine. I put oh shit.
Don't down on us, brother. Don't down on us.
I just killed myself there. Okay. Oh my god. I should probably wrap the stream on that note. Okay, one more cheers on that one. Cheers.
I'm out of beer.
I'm gonna spit it all up. I do have fun. I'll tell you what. You gotta have fun. That's what Friday nights are for, let me tell you.
That's right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that token name he came up with, every time he was saying that, I was thinking of that one. It's called Bitcoin, but the name of it's Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 NU.
And that one does good. I've seen
Does it really?
Yes. When I first saw it, it was like, wait a minute, somebody talked about this. And that guy, he was actually on Trading Wars. I don't know if he's the creator of it or if he I think he's the creator of it. I'm pretty sure he is, but he was on Trading Wars. Not the season I was on, but I think the previous season, or maybe the season I was on. I don't remember. But yeah,
I never, prior to just this minute, I've never even heard of that meme coin. So there you go.
yeah.
Well, all you gotta do
The
is go
first time
to,
I heard it, I mean, it's a long name too.
Yeah.
It's like, good lord.
go to CoinGecko if you're looking for it, or CBC or CMC or either CoinGecko, and just search Bitcoin, and it'll have a list. Have Bitcoin Cash and all those other ones. And you'll see the big long name. You can't miss it. Like
It's
the ticker is
151
Bitcoin.
million.
Yeah, the ticker is Bitcoin, but the name is like that long thing.
Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic.
I found it. Yep.
NU,
Yep. I got it. Hang on. I'm going to bring it up.
151 million market cap.
It's like a meme within a meme.
Yeah. And if you go like to the all and not so much on the daily, because the daily doesn't
And
apply.
it's a ERC20. That makes it even funnier.
That
Yeah.
is even
Oh
funnier.
yeah. Everyone knows that.
I love it. It's 15 cents. Are you shitting me right now?
It's going up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I had no idea. I hadn't even heard of this damn thing.
It's
Wow.
been out a good year. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, what's the date on that? March 2023.
Oh wow.
Excuse me, May
Coming up
2023.
on 2 years. Wow.
Damn. That's all I got. Damn. Well, shit. Even I learned something on Crypto on the Rocks. It's too funny. That's too funny. Never even heard of that shit. There's a meme coin for everything, isn't there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows. Golly. Oh, wait, what do we got here? Oh, Melissa. Welcome. Always appreciate when you show up. Always appreciate it. We've basically been through it here at this point. We've basically been here for 3 hours, 24 minutes, 35 seconds so far. according to my timer. And the irony is I was thinking, I guess I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon, but then you showed up, so we'll keep it going a little bit. We've kind of covered the litany of topics, everything from Ross and cheering for him. I've got no more alcohol. I've run out. Well, that's not true. I'm lying. But anyway, and everything, the executive orders about crypto. What else did we talk about? Cynthia Lummis being appointed to the chair of the Digital Asset Committee. Meme coins out the wazoo. I just learned I couldn't even repronounce that meme coin if I had to right now. Meme coin. You name it, we've talked about it, Melissa. Yes, welcome to the shit talking. Exactly. You did miss a little bit of it. We were just laughing our asses off. Wait, let me show you, Melissa. Hold on. We're coming up with a new meme coin here. Here it is. Joe came up with this, by the way. The fart hat cat dog coin. And wait, let me bring up some of the AI generated potential pictures for that.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. As we were going through about meme coins, this is where it started there, and look where it's degraded to at this point. Yes, you're gonna definitely have to rewind a little bit. Yeah, exactly. But appreciate you being here, man. Now, see, Joe, she likes them. There you go. Oh man.
I wonder if we could get AI to go back and summarize your show. Like,
they have
oh
those.
my God, that would be hilarious. To do it in text.
Yeah, they have those.
Oh,
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
say,
I'm sure that exists.
Because that would, I mean, compared to a regular show like a tutorial or anything like that, that'd be one thing. It would be kind of boring. But this, oh my God, I'd love to read the summary on it. It'd be great.
Oh my God, and I think maybe I'll try to do that. I use Venice AI. I love it, to be completely honest with you, and I maybe I'll see if it'll be able to do that with this particular episode. That'll be interesting to read. If it does, I'll bring it for next week.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
If it does, I'll see if I can get it to do it. I don't know. I tried getting it to do something, I don't want to say similar, but along the lines of where it needed to go out on the internet and do this, that, or whatever. And it was like, I am a large language model. Blah, blah, blah. It gave me all kinds of excuses. But yes, Venice AI, if I remember correctly, that was a Roger Ver thing.
Eric Voorhees.
Oh, Eric Voorhees. Eric, thank you. Roger Ver. Roger Ver is the guy in jail. Sorry.
So Melissa, yeah.
Eric Voorhees.
The advantage of it is it's decentralized versus some of the other ones, so where they, the other ones are kind of biased. I'm sure you've heard in the news where they biased to whatever they write the algorithms to, whereas Venice AI is supposed to, like, pretty much you can do anything you want to in there and it won't filter the results.
Correct. Which is why at the end of the day, when I was like, okay, I've obviously got to invest in an AI, I ended up choosing that one. And I don't use it for a lot of stuff. I'm not going to lie. I kind of use it mostly to help me write my articles for my website. I do most of the writing, but like I set the framework, the paragraphs, the what the bullet points are going to be, that kind of thing. And then I'll have it kind of come in and make sure that, I've written this. Okay, what about this? Yeah, exactly. It's really helpful. And I've started using it to help me with my newsletters for my my email list. And that's helpful. I'm not going to lie about that. That's actually quite helpful. Yeah, that's about as far as I've gotten. Because again, I've been focusing pretty much on this kind of stuff, going live on YouTube. So that takes up the lion's share of my time. Do you guys have email lists? Well, okay, Joe, I'm assuming 100 Air, you probably don't, but Joe, do you use like a email list?
I need to.
Autoresponder?
But In my opinion, email is kind of like snail mail. People
It is
don't
getting
really
there,
use
yep.
it. And like for me, I have over, I think, 8 or 10, 12 emails. And it's because I only use emails for like one of them for my bank, one of them for newsletters that I get, one of them for this, and so I only check it when I need to. It's not something that I'm, let me check my email type thing. So I don't use it.
Gotcha. I get it a lot, and I agree with you. I think that's kind of the direction it's going. It's going in, but they're still effective, and especially if you're, well, okay. Hopefully, going forward, we won't see the censorship as much as we were seeing the censorship. So to have the ability to be able to reach out to a group of people outside of a platform, but
Right. So
it's good. It's good.
Yeah, so I do agree with you. It is good. I mean, heck, I'm actually signed up to newsletters. So I mean, that says something. I'm using it for that.
Exactly. There's still a benefit.
Right.
You guys are all doing amazing. It's so hard to keep up. I want to watch all them all every day. Yeah, I hear you. I need a brain chip. Download and watch. Yeah, as you sleep. Yeah, it's true, Melissa. There is a lot of content out there, and that's why it's. I don't know. You know what? Maybe we could talk about this a little bit. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've had to start picking and choosing, much like Melissa's saying here. And yeah, she's saying I sign up for them, and then I don't have the time to read them all or listen to them all, because not just the like newsletters, but like just emails, help me, videos and channels and influencers. I like she said, I sign up for them all, but then I got to start sifting through them. Do you guys find yourself in that same boat?
I went in and unsubscribed to people that I actually do like, but I can't use their information right now. So like a lot of the miner stuff, because I'm sure as hell not buying any more miners. And I hate it because I really like the people, but you do have to kind of put a focus on, you have to cut some stuff out. So I was very, I'm really big on subscription. So because I don't miss videos. So there's that. One of the things I do is I try to, anything that I only need to listen to, like if I don't need a visual, unfortunately it does not work for TA, but
right.
But like, and anyone who posts a lot of charts and stuff, or not just charts, like those type of charts, but like any kind of visual aids, those are the hardest, because all the other ones, audio only, is easy. Like you can Bluetooth, go do your job, all that good stuff, and let it run in the background.
Exactly.
Or even sleep. Like I go to sleep listening to certain things, but like TA has got to be the worst when it comes to that, because you cannot, like, TA is eyes. It is the eyes are your ears when it comes to TA. So I can't, like with Joe, like I'll listen to his stuff on going down the road, but I'm like, man, I'm not getting anything out of it. Like I'm listening to him, but I can't. You really got to see what he's doing. So you have to, it's time management when it comes to this, and it's like, what can I get away with on listening, and what do I really need to watch? So.
And Melissa agrees right here, obviously. Yeah, exactly. She knows. It's facts. I mean, I'll listen to Joe. In fairness, Joe, I'm gonna give you a little bit of. I do listen to you a lot of times when I'm coming in, like from X, for example. I'm usually doing something else. That's why I'm coming in from X. I'm not in front of my computer. I'm just listening in the background. And yes, 100A is right. Sometimes it's tough because you're like, well, this level or whatever. But like you do break it down where a lot of times I don't need so much of the eyes. And again, I'm not looking to enter in a position at that point necessarily, but like I can usually get the like the visual picture in my head, if that makes sense.
Yeah, especially story time.
Yeah. Story time's always good. Always good.
Yeah, and in reference to me, like I follow a lot of people, and what I generally do is I'll have one playing on one of my monitors, kind of like quarter screen or half screen, another one playing, and I have the volumes kind of low so they don't battle each other. So I'm listening to both of them as I'm charting and then doing other stuff.
Oh,
So
wow.
like if they say something, like one of them says something like in reference to like Bitcoin or whatever, then I'll pause one of them because they may be both be live. I'll pause one of them and now I'll bring this one up full screen. I was like, oh man, I didn't snap to that. Okay. Or I'll take down notes, and I always have my notepad. I'll take down notes or do a screenshot or whatever, and then I'll put them back to regular, and then I'll turn down towards lower, and then I can hear them both again. And but yeah, that's I can't do 3. I mean, I probably could, but I normally just do 2. I'll do 2, then this and this. But pull up my screen if you could real quick.
Yep. Hang on one sec. What? I was gonna say where? Oh, there it is.
So this one we were on Trading Wars. Here I am.
Oh, cool.
And here is Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Tan, Indian.
I love it.
So it's more like, so I don't know if he bought the coin, if he made I think he made the coin, but that's him.
So there you go. Like I said, up until now, I didn't even know that existed, and I probably watched this episode, Joe. So
yeah, you did. You were commenting.
Dude, I don't know any of those people except for Joe and Crow.
Yeah, man, Crow is a huge dude. Good Lord.
Dude, he is. Do not piss him off.
Yeah. So Keeper is a cool dude. Super cool dude. Really didn't talk too much to Crow. Trey Fly, another dude, really good. Evan, I watched some of his shows, but they're on different times when I can see him. And then of course Johnny, he's good. FG White, he's actually on a show with Trey Fly, and they do a nightly show on Piper Academy. And of course, here's Crypto Blood. Dude is cool, he's funny, and of course Crusader, who used to be with Keeper, but now it's only Keeper for Trading Wars. But yeah, it was a lot of fun on the show. But yeah, once you said that name, it's like, man, I've been there forever. Like he was on Trading Wars. I remember that.
And Melissa's asking, when was this one? I haven't watched Trading Wars in a while.
This is 6 months ago. I can put I can put the thing in the chat.
Yeah, sure. That way she can go back and watch it if she wants. And yeah, when you were just talking about how you put stuff in the background, she's like, I tried to do that, Joe, but my brain. Yeah, facts. And she said thank you, by the way.
Yep.
Perfect.
But yeah, like I said, I'm always doing like.
Oh, I try and do the same thing, my friend. I understand.
One thing I hate is like I'll sleep for 6 hours, maybe 7 hours if I'm lucky. And then when I wake up, it's like, man, I'm 10 hours behind.
Yeah.
Like, let me get started. Boom, 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 boom.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
That's how I feel when I get to the end of the weekend. It's like, yeah, all this other stuff is important. Yeah. But like I come to Monday morning and I'm like, holy shit, I got so much catching up to do. It's like, oh my God, and yeah, exactly. She understands. Exactly.
Well, I will not be multifunctioning. There's just going to be shit that's not going to get done. That's just it. I'm doing this.
It's like, I'll get to you if I get to you. If I don't,
right,
I'll put you on the list.
It is like that.
That doesn't get done.
It's like that.
Hey guys, I'm about to punch out, dude. I've got to eat, man. I'm so freaking hungry.
Same, man.
No problem, man. Go.
I got a lot of backing up.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking I'm gonna go and wrap pretty soon. Yeah, Melissa, like I said, I love it. And there you go. X-Sin's like, there you go, Joe. You're the man. You're the man. Appreciate it. Yeah, all right. We're gonna, you know what? That we'll head out all together here. That way it isn't just 100 Air here heading out. Melissa, thank you for being here. Everybody, for that matter. I can see I still got a bunch of people lurking in the background. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. On your way out, don't forget to smash that like, and hey, feel free to share this, because again, this is a kind of different crypto show that I think a lot of people could wrap their heads around and be able to enjoy. And we do it every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And guys, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate both of you as always. So thanks again. And hopefully you guys will be back next week. So, all right, guys, we're heading out. Have a good weekend. We'll see you again next week.
Y'all have a good
Take
week.
care.
See you later, guys.
Take care, everybody.